Hello and welcome back to On Track GP, where today we are ready, we are primed for the Spa Grand Prix in Belgium. I'm joined by, as I said in the preview, big Red Bull fan, Dan, and big McLaren fan, Matisse.
Wow. Where are we going here? Do you know what? McLaren, I like McLaren.
Yeah,
so
You did well there, mate.
It's not a problem,
Yeah. No, I should have
100%.
said sort of like Alpha Tauri from Matisse or something. Like, you don't mind Ricciardo though? You're happy
I don't mind
there?
Ricciardo. I'm happy to see him back. I'm happy to see him back on the grid. So yeah, it makes it a bit more competitive, I think.
Yeah, well, he starts 19th today, Daniel Ricciardo. We'll go through the grid and also the sprint yesterday. It feels like, I don't know about for you, it feels like a lifetime ago that qualifying happened on Friday. We forget that Saturday now ever existed, and we move back in to the race for today. But I think the main headline, let's have a look at what's going to happen today. The main headline for today is that Max Verstappen isn't starting on pole. Not because of qualifying though, because he changed his gearbox. Realistically, Dan, does that change the outcome of the race of who wins it today?
Not for me, Joe. Not for me. This guy's too good, man.
Yeah.
It's not far back enough, is it? Do you know what I mean? If he's starting 12th, you might think, oh, this could be interesting.
Yeah.
But 6th, listen, there's some great cars in front of him. I don't want to disrespect any drivers or cars, but I just think this guy's way too good, and I think he's got the best car, and I expect him to win the race. No pressure, Max.
Yeah, I think I agree with Matisse. Is there a shout for anybody else that could go and win today, do you think? Or is it as it has been, just wrapped up for Max already?
Not realistically, especially on this circuit. You think about the DRS zones and the speed. I mean, he was 8 tenths faster than others in qualifying, 9 tenths over his teammate.
I mean, that's mad.
If he has to dig deep and find that pace, he's going to find it. So for me on this circuit, it's not. If it was Monaco, then maybe we would have a chance. Do you know what I mean? Monaco, I'd be saying, actually, we're definitely going to get a new winner. Because to come from 6th to 1st in Monaco is almost impossible. But to do it here, it's light work. You just need to pick his moments. Don't rush. Take your time. He's going to catch people and he's going to overtake them. So for me, it's rubber stamped. Was it Miami that he came from? What was it?
Well, last year he came from 14th to win 14th. Here.
Then my point has been made.
Yes, I've got a feeling Max might be all right. But
and he's got a lot of Dutch support as well.
There's always the big orange flag.
He will want this one probably more than a lot of the previous ones as well, just to prove. Do you know when you prove a point? It's like, you qualify and you won the race again, well done. Like now it's like, actually I haven't got a pole. So, boom, let's see what I can do. So I think this will be a good one for Max, I can't lie.
I agree. I was chatting with Coylan from production earlier and he made a good point, particularly into that first corner. 6th is very midfield. There's a lot of cars in front of you and a lot of cars coming up the back. Now, it would be the sensible thing, I guess, to do would be to say, right, I'm going to play it safe, not get into trouble, not get caught. If that means I have to lose a position or something, whatever, 7th, I know I can go and win the race. But that's not Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen will be looking, if there's the smallest gap, he will be looking to try and get through it and get up as quickly as possible. But that then maybe gives the opportunity for a little crash, a little snap or something, and if that happens and he's off the track, that's his race over. So
that's really all we're clinging on to is that first corner, like because there's so much going on potentially. Like you said, if there's a clip, if someone else makes a mistake. It doesn't have to be Max. It could be somebody else in that midfield pack that makes a mistake, and they make the wrong decision in it, and he just is the unfortunate kind of person that receives on the other end. But if he gets through that and he gets going through a rouge, then for me it's the checkered. We're just waiting for the checkered flag.
He's very, very quick boy. But look, for me, Ferrari fan, we're starting on pole with Charles Leclerc. I think last time we had pole was Azerbaijan, again with Charles.
What do you think Ferrari's strategy is going to be? Because
finish the race sort of like 9th and 10th probably would be the start.
I was watching the preview between you and Richard as well, speaking about pit stops and how this is not the place to be doing a bad pit stop, and Ferrari have had poor ones. In fact, I'm almost expecting Ferrari to have a poor pit stop now. It's not even that I'm expecting them to do a good one. So I don't know. I feel like usually I get onto the drivers about their performance, little mistakes here from Leclerc, things like. But I'm actually thinking now, the team, the strategy, and the pit lane. You guys need to be on it, because if you're not, it doesn't matter what the drivers do. Especially if you want to finish, say on. I would like to think Ferrari could try and win the race, but I think it's just a podium aim today, isn't it?
If you don't get a podium today, I wonder where you're going to get it, man.
Yeah, you have to get a podium.
You've got Carlos in 4th, you've got Charles starting on pole.
Yeah.
Bro, your team have to not let them down for one, because it's reliability issues or it's tactics, isn't it? With Ferrari that has let them down. I don't think the pace has ever been a massive issue, if I'm honest. I think the qualifying is why you're up there all the time. It's just in the race, there's so many issues for Ferrari, man. It's just mad.
And this should be a very good circuit for Ferrari. It's a quick circuit, very, very quick, very long straight. So we know that the Ferrari can, when things don't go wrong, be quick on circuits like this. And they've proved it in the qualifying, particularly with the qualifying on Saturday, sort of less so in the sprint yesterday. But yeah, Charles Leclerc first, and as you said, Carlos Sainz in fourth. We do have Sergio Perez starting in second, okay? What do we think realistically he can go and do? Because he got to be thinking, I could win this.
He needs to win the race.
In this car, I could win this.
He needs to win the race.
Will he?
No. He needs to win the race. Like, he should be aiming to win the race. Like, I say it every time. If you're starting ahead of Max Verstappen and there's a gap, like, I'm not saying you're starting first and he's starting second, or even first or third, but if there's a gap,
four
cars, for me, you gotta be thinking at least you can win the race because you're in the same car as him, and you got the same reliable pit lane and pit crew that will give you good times and give you consistency. If you can't think in that manner, then for me, you shouldn't be in that seat. That's how I see it, because there's somebody else would sit in that seat like a Lando and they'd be aiming to win. There's no way Leclerc or Lando, if they're in that Red Bull car, same car as Max. And we know Max sometimes when he's under a bit of pressure, he does lose it a little bit. He snaps on his radio. We saw it in the qualifying. And it's not like as if Max is not, kind of devoid of any pressure or any little mistakes. If, there's a little collision, he might go a little bit too aggressive. If you put Max under pressure, like Lewis did in that title race, then, you might get some change out of him. You at least make him think. Perez is not doing that. So for me, Perez needs to be on the front and at least try and force the Red Bull strategy, to be like, oh, okay, maybe you are putting in quick times and you're first. Maybe we should actually give you the benefit of the doubt today. But we'll have to see. Interesting.
I mean, before we started, Dan and I were having a conversation about, because of how far behind Sergio Perez is in terms of his times, particularly his qualifying times. Bear in mind, it was like, nearly a second quicker Max Verstappen than Sergio Perez. And the only way that you can mark one driver, really, how good or poor they are, is against their counterpart, because they're in the same car.
Yeah.
Does that make Sergio Perez the most overrated driver on the grid?
Facts, it does. How can you be this far behind that Max Verstappen in that car? A lot of it is Max, his quality, man. I mean, we're talking about a top-class driver here. But he has got the same car as him, He's not trying to catch up with him in an AlphaTauri, is it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and this guy gets nowhere near. For me, very overrated. I like him. He seems like a great guy, yeah? But when you're talking about top-level elite sport, he's got to be winning more races in that car for me, or at least competing with Max more. And I look at it and I think he's just not doing that. I don't have any faith he's going to win this race today. And he should in himself.
Yeah.
He should be like, right, I can get in front of that Ferrari. I know that. I've got a better car. I should be able to win this race. Forget what's happening behind me. Forget, Max might come up to me. Forget Max. Just concentrate on winning the race. And I just don't have the faith that he's going to do it, man.
I think when you're going up against like a generational driver in that sense, you can make an allowance for 2-3 tenths, but nearly a second, I mean, come on now. Like,
too much, isn't it?
It's too much. It's too much.
And you look at the other teams. So Lewis and George.
Yeah.
Lewis is better, but not second better. The two Ferraris this year, incredibly close. Even I go to Aston Martin at the minute. Alonso's better, but he doesn't seem to be a second better than even Lance Stroll.
Yeah.
So it shows that
McLaren's as well.
The McLaren. I mean,
well, Piastri, I have no problem with that. If anything, Norris needs to look over his shoulder that Piastri don't overtake him.
Yeah, it's crazy, absolutely crazy. Look, let's run down the grid quickly so we're all up to date. Who's where? So Charles Leclerc is going to start on pole position. Sergio second. Lewis Hamilton starting the front of the second row, third place. Mercedes fans, happy?
Happy, very happy.
Yeah, man, I'm happy. I'm praying for a podium for Lewis because I think that he can do it. So I've got the faith, man.
We started on pole last race. How did you?
No,
that was beautiful, wasn't it? It lasted no time at all.
Yeah. What a Saturday that was.
Yeah, what a Saturday. What an incredible Saturday for us.
Man, we were so buzzing about it as well. Like
the funny thing is in this sport, right? Qualifying is by definition a qualifier. Nobody in any other sport celebrates a qualifier like we do in F1.
That's so true, man.
You'd think somebody being on pole, like they're going to get points for that. They're not. Do you know what I mean? You're just putting yourself in a good position. But they celebrate it like as if they've actually put points on the board. They've done nothing. Yeah. And then when you get to a race and you see someone just overtake you before you can get to the first corner, it makes you think, I
agree.
This ain't shit.
Yeah, man. But just to say, this guy singing the national anthem is scary.
Mate, some of the national anthems we've had this year have been like. Do you remember the one in who was it? Who sung it at the Silverstone Grand Prix?
Damien Lewis.
Don't get me wrong. What a guy.
Yeah.
But just him and a saxophone singing, just a weird decision.
Look at him. What's going on here? Like, what is?
He's wearing the flag. I love that.
Do you know what? He's in it. He's definitely. He means,
he's got the energy.
He means every word he's singing.
Yeah.
So I'm here for it. What did you guys make of George as well? Because there was a little bit of a back and forth there.
Well, in the qualifying,
yeah.
I mean, just messy. George had I think he's lucky to be starting in 8th, to be completely honest with you, because that was such a messy qualifying session. With George starting in 8th, 5 positions behind Lewis. Carlos starts in 4th. Carlos Sainz, Oscar Piastri 5th, Max Verstappen in 6th. Again, that is the headline. In fact, here we go. Prediction time.
Okay.
Assuming that we all think Max is still going to go and win the race.
Yeah.
What lap does Max Verstappen take the lead? Do you have a little look at our new boards, by the way, mate?
Oh.
No, do you have one there, Matisse?
Oh, we got the good boards now? I've seen these before. They're from the other studio.
I've seen these before.
Yes, they're from the other studio, yes.
Oh, this is good. Right.
So we've taken their boards, is what's happened. We're loaning these boards, because I know they'll be taking them back if we're clashing on time.
What lap does Max Verstappen take the lead? Feel free to drop into the comments as well. What lap you think Max Verstappen takes it? I'm going to go... Okay. Show on 3. 1, 2, 3. Bang. 7, 10, 13. Lap 7.
Do you know what?
Position a lap.
I just wouldn't be surprised that... No, it's not even a position a lap. I wouldn't be surprised if he takes about 2 or 3 of them in the first...
Wow.
In the first corner. If he gets off to a great start, he's gonna... I think by the time they get to the back of the hill and then going down to the first, he could be easily 4th.
Oh my God.
Bro, it's mad, isn't it?
Jeez.
He could. He really could be.
Some shouts in the comments. IBK Main says lap 3. Max says lap 12. Salim says lap 6. Richard Lewis lap 7.
It really depends on the start.
Kyoji lap 6. I mean, everyone's going early.
Yeah. No, I really.
It's gonna be early.
It's this circuit, man. I just can't. I can't see anyone being able to handle him on this circuit. I really can't.
The only thing stops that is the first corner. If there's a part.
Yeah, if the first corner something goes wrong, then cool. We got a race.
But that's what comes back to what we were talking about. But this is what separates Max Verstappen and me. I would be thinking, just go clean, stay out of trouble early on, let the car do the work later.
Yeah,
but champions don't have that mentality.
No.
You don't get to being,
no.
I would maybe say the best driver in the world at the minute, by being conservative.
He was
You've
also
got to be brave.
There was also quotes that came out that said that like he was almost enjoying racing alone, like solo racing.
Yeah.
And it's quite odd, I guess, because a lot of people prefer to, be alongside someone and to like test their craft in terms of like overtakes and defending. He's like, no, I'm more than happy to be 15 seconds up the road and then just...
Yeah, why wouldn't he?
I know,
it's rubbish for us.
Yeah, it's rubbish for us, but then...
He's happy.
He's winning it.
He's making bank.
But then you're just playing against yourself. And it's that mindset of, I'm leading now.
Yeah.
What's the fastest time I can set? Or if you can't do that because you're managing the tyres, how well can I manage the tyres?
Yeah.
Like, you're just going to give yourself a different kind of... battle that just involves you and you alone, that you're testing yourself. So it's a different type of mentality. Obviously for us it's not as fun, but for him
it could be today, because we're going
to have to just goes to show there's no complacency coming from him. That's the key.
Lando Norris starts in 7th, George Russell, as we said, in 8th, Fernando Alonso in 9th, and Lance Stroll in 10th. Lando Norris 7th. I think he'll be slightly disappointed.
I think both of them, will be.
Piastri in 5th and Lando in 7th.
Piastri in 5th is good. I felt like some of them could have been on the second row. They were showing that pace.
It's a bloody quick car now.
Yeah, it's a really quick car now. Yeah, so I thought one of them could have been on the second row, but 5th is not bad for Piastri. He's just missed out. But yeah, Lando in 9th is very disappointing.
Yeah. Dan, you're a big Lando fan, aren't you?
Massive fan, and for us to say we'll be disappointed. That's why I'm expecting a good race, because I think the pace is there, man. I've been really impressed with the improvement of McLaren, particularly in the last 2-3 races. It's come out of nowhere for me. I didn't expect it at all. No.
It's wild.
Very, very surprising, but it's great. This is what I want to see. And I think we said this last time, Joe. If you take Max Verstappen out, what a championship we've got. Oh, like, if he wasn't about this season...
Crazy.
I wouldn't want to...
George said the same thing.
Well, there you go. I bet it's even more frustrating for their drivers. But I'm saying, obviously, you take Verstappen out of this league,
you've had Aston Martin, Mercedes and Ferrari are always going to be somewhere amongst it, and then now McLaren as well. And I still feel like Alpine they need to also get involved, because last season was just too.
Maybe they will now.
It was too good to.
Yeah, well, that's it. The breaking
last season
news.
was too good for it. It just feels wrong that Alpine are not in this conversation. For me,
Otmar gone. That's the big news. A big change at Ferrari. I mean, I also wonder if there's some element, because it was a big breaking news story, and then it disappeared very quickly. But Ryan Reynolds coming in to Alpine. Do you remember that? You know,
or is he going to drive?
I mean, it's about to be his teammate. He can do what he wants. But I wonder if there's an element of that as well. So we're bringing in these guys. We're going to make big changes. So I don't know.
Has he not got enough Netflix series under his belt? He's got Wrexham to deal with.
Yeah, I mean,
is
it Disney it's on? I think it's on Disney. They're
might be on Disney. Yeah.
I mean, he'll be selling that. He'll be selling the rights to Alpine to come.
I guess he's not going to be acting anytime soon. He's got too much going on.
No, I don't expect to see another Deadpool from him, because he seems to be pretty.
Deadpool 3 is done.
Unless he's going to film it on the pitch or at the racetrack. I don't know what's going to happen here.
Yuki Tsunoda is in 11th, Pierre Gasly 12th, Bottas 13th, Ocon 14th, Albon 15th. I actually thought Williams would be quicker on this kind of track, but I think the rain detrimented their qualifying.
Yeah, Albon was a bit of a disappointment.
But again, shows that how well they've done.
Williams.
But this is a good. I wouldn't write off Albon getting a point today, because that Williams car in a straight line can be really quick. Magnussen starts in 16th. He would have been higher, but he had to take a 3-place grid penalty. Zhou Guanyu in 17th, Logan Sargent 18th, poor old Daniel Ricciardo in 19th, and unfortunately starting from the pit lane today is Nico Hülkenberg even just now his car was smoking, so who knows what's going on at Haas there really. I think let's do some predictions. What are your top 3? Let's get them on the boards, and we'll come to we'll do predictions in the comments as well, please. See who's going to get what. I mean, I think we're all agreed on P1. So let's do top 5.
Okay.
Let's do top 5.
It's just tough.
Right. First one's nice and easy.
This is, now that you've said 5, my brain's a little bit like, whoa, we don't usually do this.
All right, I got it. I don't know. Bondino says Ferrari are ready for a 20-second pit stop today. Yeah. And IBK Main says Lando starting in 7th is disappointing. I agree with that big time. So should we go from...
It's tough, man.
Yeah. Cool. Should we go from 5 to 1 up?
Okay.
All right. Who have you guys got in 5th?
Matisse, you going first?
So I'm rushing you, Matisse, aren't I?
I'm going to go Carlos in 5th.
Carlos in 5th?
Yeah, I'm going to go Carlos in 5th.
I've just realised I've left Carlos out. And he's my favourite driver.
That was a very last minute decision from me as well.
That's how much faith you've got.
I don't even know if I
messed that one up big
I'm
time.
not even going to lie. I don't even think I even like that decision for myself. Now I'm actually starting to.
Now
I'm starting to actually question
that. Who have you put 5th?
Because I've forgotten about somebody.
Me, I've gone for Piastri.
I've gone for Piastri.
That's who I was actually thinking about now, whether or not I want to put him in 5th. That was quite a late decision from myself.
But it's a quick car.
I
could be wearing more Ferrari merch. 4th.
I've got Lewis.
I've got Leclerc.
I've got Lewis as well.
I've got,
Into the top 3.
I've got Charles 3rd.
I've got Lewis 3rd.
I've got Charles 3rd as well.
Yeah. And I've got
top 2. Are we all assuming a Red Bull 1-2?
Double
Max
Red Bull.
Checo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm questioning is putting Oscar in there instead of Carlos.
Well, then you and I would have the exact same top 5.
Yeah.
Wow. Nah, leave it. Or just swap boards. Swap boards.
I'm also questioning.
Because I love Carlos.
Do you know what? I'm also questioning. I'm also even questioning just throwing Oscar even into 4th and putting Lewis down.
Come on, man. Have faith, Matisse.
I feel like Oscar could smash this.
NKT94 says Max Perez Piastri 3rd. Now that would be.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
this would be his first podium.
Yeah, I'm very tempted to just move Piastri into a just give him a shock position.
Well, so Piastri yesterday, and we'll come to production in 2 seconds. Piastri yesterday did finish 2nd, but he only got a medal because at the sprint it doesn't count as a podium. So I felt sorry for him. I think he'll absolutely.
What was his qualifying was good. So
yeah.
I love how none of us have put a Ferrari to win. This is
no
way.
3rd, 4th.
No.
I love him. You know I love him, but
man, you would never think that was what we go for.
Let's head over to production. Coylan, how are you?
Not too bad, Joe. How are you?
Very, very nervous.
I'd imagine so. Don't be nervous. It'll be okay. Don't worry. Just a bit of news for you guys going into this race here now. There's a 40% chance of a risk of rain at the moment, so we could see some showers. We'll just have to see how it goes. It could be hit and miss. Verstappen, obviously, you guys were saying about being aware. He said he is aware of the source, the first corner, and how tight it is. So he's just going to go easy and see what he can do. And he settles in. He said, "We have a good race car." He's not too worried. Hulkenberg, I haven't heard anything more, but the team said that ignition coil is an easy fix. So I presume he's going to take the start. And just one thing to keep on the back of your heads coming into this race: the fact that the teams have a lot more fresh sets of soft tyres now, or not soft tyres, slick tyres, because of all the rain during the weekend. So that could push teams towards a two-stop strategy when they have so many fresh sets.
Yeah, looking to go soft, medium, soft if they go for a two-stop, right? Interesting.
I think rain is kind of needed.
I think if we're...
Rain's always needed, man.
It's exactly.
So fun, man.
Yeah, it is always needed.
Sometimes
it just changes everything.
It can stop-start it a bit with like safety car stuff, which
but also in F2, before qualifying started on Friday, we were seeing like wet parts of the track on some parts and then dry on the other, so that would be fun as well. Just to give a little bit of...
it's so big. I think it's the longest circuit that we have on the grid, and it's so spread out that you could get patches of rain all over the place.
It's kind of mad that you can get that.
Insane, absolutely insane. And then they have to make a decision. Are they going to go inters or do they stay on the slick tyres? Interesting. Driver of the day. Question from Calais, who's your driver of the day? I think if Max wins from sixth, it'll be Max, no question.
The only one who could is Piastri if he gets a podium. Like people are predicting him to do well. That's the only other one, I think.
Yeah, if he got a podium, actually, I think there'd be a very good shout that Piastri could get driver of the day.
That's fair.
I think so as well, yeah. Unless Lando can do something crazy.
From seventh, yeah.
Which is not out of the question completely, but...
I'd like to see that.
It's a long way to come back, Got a quick car.
Right up there for me. That's my favourite. Does anyone remember the massive smash up in, was it 2000 or 99?
Oh, here. At Spa, it was 98, wasn't it?
Was it 98? Like Hakkinen and Schumacher were the only two that got away. Everyone else just...
Absolute
like, we need to stop.
Coylan, was it 98, Coylan? Yeah, it was 98.
Was it 98? Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Absolutely ridiculous. I was watching some highlights of that the other day as well. It's ridiculous. Now they like do safety car, like 5 formation laps. Before they were just like, good luck, go! Bang!
It was mad because I always remember I was with my family and friends in Centre Parks when that race was on. Yeah. And I was like, let's go watch the start. There was TVs in the sports bar. I remember watching the start, like, boom, 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 right, let's go back then. It stopped for the race. We carried on playing pool, whatever. I was, wow.
Spa is just too unpredictable. You can be waiting for Spa to start for
Spa is crazy.
For hours. I remember was it last year or the year before? I think it was last year. Spa never even started. I was just sitting there for like 3 hours waiting for it to start.
Yeah, it didn't go. Can you imagine if we were live for that? Going live for 3 hours and no racing.
Imagine that.
So we're about to have the formation lap, I would imagine.
What track was it where Lewis was just starting on his own? It wasn't here.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was iconic, man.
What was that? That was mad,
I can't remember the track. Lewis was just literally on the starting line on his own.
Someone in the comments will help us out with that.
Yeah, he properly got screwed there, didn't he?
That was actually nuts.
So here we go, formation lap. The nerves are kicking in. I say the nerves kicking in. I'm not expecting Charles Leclerc to win this race.
Yeah, you know what's going to happen.
I am.
If it was last year, maybe you would have been putting him under more pressure.
100%. Oh, mate, Ferrari, we're starving for a win, man.
I thought you might have had some faith to whack one of your boys in the podium, man. I thought you might have had some faith. But
he's been hurt too many times.
I did. I put Charles on the podium.
Oh, you have?
I did put Charles on the podium.
Oh, you both have. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I
think I should have put Oscar higher. I think
fair play to you.
And that would be a good result. If we got a third and a well, I didn't even put put Carlos on.
If that's the way it is, as a Ferrari fan, you can't lie, man. You're right with that.
Okay, interesting. So if a 2-stop, they're going to go soft, medium, and for a 1-stop, they're going to go medium and then hard. And we can see everyone in the top 5 is starting on softs, except for Oscar Piastri, who starts on the mediums. Verstappen also starts on the softs.
No one on the hards at all?
No one on the hards. As Coylan was saying, because they have those extra sets of fresh, slick tyres, it makes sense. And Verstappen starting on soft, I mean, that shows intent.
Attack.
That shows intent.
Know what's going to happen, don't you?
Immediately.
I'm excited for this one, I can't lie. I think this will be a great first couple of laps, this. I really do.
I love Spa. For me, it's just so entertaining to just look at. I just love the circuit too much.
Like it's long.
Yeah, it's a long
circuit. It is long.
Yeah. Probably after Silverstone, it's probably my favourite, actually. I would say.
I'd love to go here,
I find it. I always find it tough to. I always go to Spa as my favourite, but then I start to think about Brazil I love Brazil.
I love Interlagos. Yeah,
love Brazil.
Our Fam de Jong and IBK main saying it was Hungary. It was where Lewis ended up on that. Thank you for reminding us.
Yeah. Well done. Big up, man. Big up.
Very good, both
Great
of you.
knowledge.
Where Lewis was like, wait, what? Where is everyone? Welcome to the chat. If you're just joining, we're about to go live. I mean, it's the world's longest formation lap. Drivers' Championship. I mean, Max Verstappen is, I can't do the maths off the top of my head, but what's that? 118 points ahead of Perez.
I'm actually kind of surprised that Perez is second.
Crazy. Look, Mercedes second in the constructors is actually decent. Like they've managed to put. I mean, I'm seeing Ferrari in fourth. And at the rate that McLaren are going, they will catch us.
Yeah.
234 points behind they are, Mercedes. From Red
they
Bull.
will catch us.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
No, Mercedes, Red Bull have won every race.
Yeah.
Every single race.
Are they going to go 22-0?
Probably.
I can't see anybody. I'd love to see.
It's Vegas we're counting on at the
moment.
Vegas
where it's a little bit less known and maybe somewhere like a little bit unpredictable, like where I don't know, like Singapore or something maybe. But
have we had Monaco yet?
Yeah, Monaco, yeah.
Me and Colin were talking about a few weeks ago, saying, it'll probably be either Canada or Silverstone, and they both passed now. So.
Vegas, I'm holding out for Vegas.
Yeah,
let's go to Vegas.
Let's go Vegas, baby.
Here we go. It's about to be lights out. The last of the guys line up on the grid. Last chance to change your predictions today.
Nah, stuck with him, man.
Moving Lewis down, taking Carlos out, and putting Piastri in fourth.
Whoa, big.
Wow, so you go Lewis fifth.
Yeah, Lewis fifth, Piastri fourth. Yeah.
Here we go. Come on, Ferrari. Let's get a good shot. It's a good start, Charles.
It's just a gut feeling.
Lights out. Away we go. It does look to be a very good start by Charles. Perez comes across to cover.
Someone's locked up.
Horror show from Piastri.
Oh, how have they not touched? Touched?
Piastri's dropped right back.
How have they not
touched?
Max
has just put himself in a nice...
And Carlos has come forward. Come on.
Yeah. Max is in a lovely position.
Yeah, there he is. I think he's already...
Oh, he's right back. He's lost.
Is that Lando?
Norris is gone. Norris is gone, man.
Norris is gone.
Oh, he's off the track.
Gone,
yeah, so we might
that must be a puncher or something.
And that's Perez done Charles. Perez has done Charles.
Yeah. There you are. That's your P3 right there.
And Lewis is right behind
Charles looks slow.
Wow.
Charles looks really slow. And Max has just done signs.
Up to fourth.
As we said, he would be.
Up to fourth. I said lap 2, so he's ahead of me already.
See, look, that's what I'm talking about with Verstappen. So
what is happening with the track?
Piastri's got damage.
It's not Norris. I thought it was Norris for some reason.
So it's Piastri.
No, look at that. We're all bigging him up.
Yeah.
What a terrible start,
I think I might be in trouble with my prediction.
What a terrible start.
Oh, that's such a shame because Piastri really, he did so well in the sprint.
I was excited to see him.
Oh, man.
That is a shame, man. That is a shame. To be fair, big up Perez because that was because Leclerc had a good start, man.
So I think we've got Perez, Charles, and Carlos Sainz has damage.
Oh.
So it was that corner then because it was Sainz and Piastri.
It had to be.
They touched, and obviously he's got a puncher. And I think
Piastri's
I think
gone.
I did see them both going into the apex quite close together. I think it was. Yeah,
Piastri is gone. He's 45 seconds behind.
Max is all over Lewis, man. Already, look at this, man.
Max will be over. Max will be
look at the pace.
On Leclerc very
Just see he's right up his back.
I feel so sorry for Oscar Piastri. I'm absolutely gutted.
It's that stupid Ferrari driver, Carlos Sainz. He's a bloody nightmare.
Yeah, he is.
Give it a rest, mate.
I've said it so many times.
Here we go. What's he saying there?
Well, they're saying the engineers are saying to Sainz, we can see you've got damage, but carry on.
Oh,
Albon having a look around the outside there on, I imagine, Lance Stroll, but no joy. Wow, well look, it's dry, so we're going to get DRS at the end of the next lap, and that's, I think, when we're going to see Verstappen really put the hammer down, because we've got some great racing there between Albon and Stroll. So who's dropped out? Russell has dropped to 11th from 8th.
What is going
on there, George?
Albon's going to have him here, though.
Yeah, Albon's got him. That's it. Brilliant
on that straight line, that Williams, I tell you.
Do you know what? There was something. There's some gut feeling about that Albon was going to do something today.
Does that say
Albon up to 9th already?
Sargent doesn't have the upgrades, does he?
So running through the order, Perez has taken the lead. Oh, we got a yellow flag in sector 2 and 3. So let's just wait for a second to see what's happened there. I wonder if that's Oscar Piastri come to a stop. because he is a minute 16 behind anybody else.
Yeah, yes, there he is. Yeah, there he is.
What a shame. What a shame.
Well, they're going to bring out some sort of safety car for that because it looks like there might be spray from where he's beached it. Whether that's come onto the track, maybe not.
Oh, that's such a shame, man.
You've got to feel sorry for Oscar Piastri, man.
Yeah.
That's such a shame.
I really thought he could have actually challenged for a podium today.
So here's the restart. So Oscar Piastri, who starts in 5th, he's the third.
If you watch Carlos Sainz and Piastri together down this left-hand side,
yeah, left.
They literally
he just comes right across.
He comes right across, and they literally he
locks up.
He locks up, and then
there.
he connects with him.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really poor actually from Sainz. I think he locks up and then closes the door.
Sainz knows as soon as he locks up, he thinks, "Oh dear."
It looks as though Piastri hits the wall from where Sainz just completely
he locks up there.
Locks up.
That's where he locks up. Where do they touch it?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Just damaged him against the wall, hadn't he? So
yeah, I love Carlos Sainz, my favourite driver, but that is unacceptable. You can't.
He's gonna get a penalty for that.
Well, he'll have damage as well.
That's poor, man. That's poor racing.
Really poor. I'm interested to see what happened to George as well because he dropped like a stone at the beginning, 3 places.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Russell.
So I think we'll get the view here of
driving with Alonso. You'll see, Sainz is locked.
Mad.
Oh, there was a touch on the other McLaren as well, was there? Okay, the green flagged it. That was quick. Fair play.
That was quick, man.
Yeah.
Logan Sargent's gone up a position to 14th as well.
So Albon up into the top 10. Sonoda's in a good position.
We've got another yellow flag in Sector 1 just after the restart.
What is happening here?
And it's
green
gone
flag now, gone.
It's clear already.
And look, Perez has already opened a 2-second
look at the gap.
gap.
Man. That's what I'm saying. It's Red Bull.
2-second gap.
Red Bull on this. Perez is probably thinking, I need to get the hell out of here as soon as possible
because he knows that
because Verstappen will be coming.
Max is going to charge him down.
He needs to move. He needs to separate himself quickly, and just hope that they back him up.
Well, that means it might take longer for Max to take the lead, says LFC for the double. Well, yeah, that's true. It's looking good for lap 13 for me. What did you guys say? Lap 7 and 10?
Lap 7, yeah.
10 I had, yeah.
I had lap 7.
Hamilton's, to be fair to him though, like, listen, Verstappen's all over Hamilton, but Hamilton's closer to Leclerc as well, so this is a real good three-way battle here.
While Hamilton has DRS, if he can keep within a second of Leclerc, that will help him a lot in the fight against Verstappen.
Alonso's flying ahead of Sainz here as well.
Oh my god.
I wonder what the damage is to Sainz's car. He said he's got it. But
there he is, bang, yeah. Oh, not quite.
Trying the outside.
I think he'll get him soon though.
Spanish driver on Spanish driver.
Better exit.
Also, let's have a word for Yuki Tsunoda, who's gone from 11th to 7th. Sorry.
What a
It'll be interesting to see if he can stay there.
These are close, man, as well. This midfield battle each weekend is getting better and better.
Yeah.
Really
wow,
is.
No further investigation.
Really?
On, I imagine, what Sainz did to Piastri, which seems wild, considering Lewis got a 5-second penalty yesterday for what he did to Perez.
Do you think it's because he locked up, though? So it was like...
Yeah, maybe.
See what I'm saying? Maybe it weren't really like a malicious, like, trying to take him out.
Ooh.
I'll tell you what.
Alex Albon's just done Norris, and Fernando Alonso has just done a beautiful move on Carlos Sainz.
That was absolutely wonderful move.
Logan Sargent has got himself up to 13th.
Yeah,
what is going on?
Williams are flying, man.
And and Albon in 8th. I mean, gosh, that's amazing.
Let's have a word for Albon this season, man. He has been absolutely incredible, man.
Yeah.
Ronan says expectations for Daniel Ricciardo on this race.
No points for me.
Finish it. Finish the race.
I can't see him getting the points.
No,
he's 19th.
It's too far back. It's too far back.
Oh. Hello.
Who locked up there?
Hello.
He's had to go down the escape road there.
Was there not someone locked up ahead of him?
Yeah,
here. Here it is, isn't it? What's going on there?
It might be Stroll. Yeah, interesting. So we've got Peter who says, is there seriously no penalty for Sainz? And on the other hand, NKT says it's a first lap racing incident. So I love Sainz, but I think there has to be some sort of penalty for that because he squishes him into the wall and ends his race.
I'm just trying to think of why they wouldn't. I imagine it's...
Well, I guess they just call it
inside there. Who was that?
Wow. Look at that. Look at that for a DRS
Stroll
train.
ahead of Norris.
Being backed up by Carlos Sainz. Look, is it? Yeah. Look at the size of that train. That I think there must be something wrong with Carlos.
Something's wrong with Lando. He's going right back. Now he's back. Now who's that getting ahead of him now? Russell's ahead of him now. Lando's...
McLaren.
What is happening to McLaren?
Bad day.
What is happening to McLaren?
Out of the top 10.
Not good for my F1 fantasy.
Wow. That's not good.
There's got to be something wrong with Lando's car.
There has to be something, there has to be.
He's dropping right back.
Who's this going around the side?
This is Russell, isn't it?
Russell on Stroll.
Russell on
Great
Stroll,
overtake. I think he was almost on the grass there.
Look
making
at
that
these,
overtake.
It's free abreast as well down here. What is going on?
This is a mad battle, isn't it?
That sign's gone back again to Sonoda. There's something wrong with the car. They're going to retire it. Let's go to production here.
Yeah, so just on Sainz there, we can see he's going back at a rapid rate and knots. The team have confirmed to him that he has about a 5% loss in performance due to that contact with Piastri in the opening lap. And of course, in F1 terms, a 5% loss is a massive loss compared to everyone else. So
he is struggling to stay in the top 10 with that car, moving like that. Because he's just going to get passed now by Albon. He's been passed by Tsunoda.
Look at Russell, Stroll and Norris. They're all right, and Albon right.
He's actually backing everybody up. Look, Tsunoda's gone down the road.
Nothing, is
If
there?
anything, he's just backing everybody up.
He's absolutely backing.
He's not going to finish in the top 10 with that car. No chance.
I don't know if he'll finish the race.
No.
Well, is it worth trying to finish the race? They'll have to decide.
At the minute, I guess he's in the points.
Yeah, for now.
5% deficit on the car.
That's huge, man.
For now, but
forget it.
Once he comes out the top 10, they'll have to make a decision on whether it's even worth it because he's not going to catch anyone in that car. He's just literally just defending for the rest of the race.
Hamilton is calling out Leclerc, saying that he's going outside of track limits.
He loves
he's
that.
in the podium.
There's Albon doing
the
the move
still.
on Carlos Sainz.
Damn.
What a race for Alex Albon this is.
Mate,
Taking himself
Go on,
from
Albon, man.
15th, I think he started, to
Stroll.
7th.
I think
Incredible, man.
Stroll's going to look.
If he can hold that position, Norris is in the pit.
Yeah.
And Magnussen
not
and
looking
Ricardo
good
are
for
also
Norris.
in the pit. We've got
Wow,
3 guys
early
into
pits.
the pit. Alex Albon, I mean, that is incredible to go from 15th. Are they sending him back out? They are sending him back out.
They are good.
Who's this?
Oh, I tell you
there
what,
you go. Verstappen on Lewis. There you go.
It is done.
There you go.
I mean, that
It's lap 6.
that looked so easy.
And Leclerc's not that far up the road. He hasn't put any gap between himself and Hamilton, so now Verstappen's going to be on the back of him very soon.
Oh dear.
Be a Red Bull 1-2 very quickly.
Wow.
And then it's
Well, he is outside of DRS currently, but
Just
how long
currently,
he has
not-
outside
not-
of DRS for,
not
that
for
is
long.
the question.
It won't be long.
not for long. So it'll be a
Needs
fight
to
for the
find
fight
a
for the podium
10th or
between
2
Hamilton
tenths
and
and it's
Leclerc.
So guys,
moment.
let's just have a look at that move from Max on Lewis.
Yeah, look at that.
It's
man.
just easy. He's going about 16, 17 miles an hour quicker than him there with that DRS.
Lewis didn't actually pick a side.
Well, I think sometimes you
made-
just think
he's
he's going so quick. Why would I?
He stuck it in the middle. He made Max pick.
Yeah.
It's not the worst strategy in the world.
And
but
that is
it didn't work.
Stroll going
What's
past
happened
Carlos
there?
Sainz
Oh,
now.
right, yeah,
Sainz
okay.
is done, man.
Okay.
Sainz is done. So Sainz will be outside of the top 10 if Russell and... I mean, I don't know if the cars behind Russell are how quick they are. Ocon,
yeah.
let's see. Look, it's just a train. It's
Oh,
just a
wow.
hot...
Here we
Look at
go.
that.
Here we
Oh, it's
go.
the whole grid behind him. George is going to be on him next.
George.
Carlos now.
Oh my God! Look how close he is to him. He's probably having to brake to get.
He might as well just retire
Oh my
the
God,
car.
just
What is
retire
the
the
point?
car, man.
Like,
I think that's more than 5%.
Carlos is
because
gone, man.
he's dropping like an absolute stone.
Carlos is.
that's
Couple
Gasly
coming into the pit.
Hello,
I
hello.
think.
What's going on here?
some early pits, man.
Very early pits. Yeah.
And
they're just
Ocon,
reacting.
sorry, going into the pit there.
They're reacting. I don't
and
think.
Bottas.
They're probably thinking about maybe the undercut. Is it? I don't know. But okay. One of the Alpines in. So Carlos is in big trouble. I think Sargent will get him, next. That Williams is quick. If Sargent gets him,
Mate, that would mean Logan Sargent is in the
top
points.
10, in the points.
Go on, Albon and Sargent in the points. I'm for that.
You actually can't even rule out a double points finish if that Williams is that quick.
Williams is pacey, man.
Yeah, they're on the softs as well. So
It's just
Sargent
about strategy with Sargent.
I think it's slightly tainted in the way that some guys have pitted that when Sargent pits, he'd come out further back, but not.
I don't think any of those guys were ahead of him, were they?
I think Ocon. Might have been.
Norris was. I think Norris was behind him.
Look, shouts so far: 5th, 6th, and 7th. Alonso, Tsunoda, and Albon. Those guys have absolutely climbed the ladder, incredibly. Sonoda up to 6th from 11th, and Albon up to 7th from
Max is
15th.
on the back of Charles. He's just put the fastest lap in.
Yeah.
Dennis says, let's see how original Red Bull would be with team orders. And Peter replies saying, Verstappen is faster than you.
Verstappen's going to get all of the
So
preference.
Verstappen is now within DRS of
But even if he doesn't, I think Verstappen will catch Perez naturally. Because
So do I.
So I don't think they even need team orders.
And there you go. Logan Sargent has just overtaken Carlos Sainz.
3 seconds.
There's another one coming. That Alpine is gone. Gasly's going to take him.
Well.
Gasly's going to take him. Then it'll be.
What is
then
going
it'll be.
oh my god.
Oh my god, he's so bad. Jesus, he's so slow.
He's coming in now.
Yeah.
Is that going to be a retiree or is that going to be?
I think he should.
What can they do? What can they do there?
Can they do anything with that car? Jesus.
Well, we'll see. They're going to show us, so it'll be interesting to see if they do anything. They are changing the tyre.
Oh, okay.
Softs are they going to put on?
I mean,
it was quite a lackluster pit. Like, they didn't look very motivated, did they? Like,
they're probably just like, let's just see what this does.
Yeah, get the data, I guess. Albon comes into the pit and
good pit stop though, to be fair.
Albon does a very slow 4.7, which is a shame.
That's terrible pit.
Brings him out behind Lando Norris.
That's a terrible pit.
Behind Esteban Ocon.
Behind
Ocon, that's tough.
Pit crews, man.
Look at these three.
Jesus, getting some great racing.
Oh, wow.
Oh, beautiful.
I mean, that's ridiculous racing.
Wow.
Have they both done the double
on
Norris?
Both done the double on McLaren.
What's going on with Lando?
Wow. Quick cars struggling today.
See, this is why Spa's good, because there is so much action.
Yeah.
Has Lando got issues? I mean,
Lando has definitely got issues, 100%. Has to. He pitted early, really early, remember?
Yeah.
He pitted very early. So again, I think him and Sainz have got issues. Was he clipped in the first lap? I don't know.
I don't know, you know.
I don't know what's. I actually don't know what's happening.
Hamilton's radio says potential rain on the radar in 20 minutes away. It's not very strong though, not like yesterday. So we could see some patchy rain coming in the next 20 minutes.
We love this.
Can you imagine?
This could be one of the best races of the season. I have to say.
I think so.
It really could be. Could be. It's shaping up to be.
Verstappen's in the DRS of Leclerc.
This is going to be a matter of when, isn't it?
Yeah. Mr. Cop 11 says, spoiler alert: Verstappen wins.
I think Verstappen's going to. Is he in DRS? Yeah, he is. He's gonna get him this.
He's gonna get him, isn't he?
He's gonna get him. Yeah, I think so. It's just gonna be.
And it's only 3 seconds. And Perez is.
Here it is. Zoom in.
I don't know. It's going to be quite long enough.
No, I think it is.
I
think it is. You know.
Oh
no! Oh my God! That is the ultimate piss take, honestly.
Mate,
that is the ultimate piss take.
Who built this car?
I told you. I felt it. I felt it. It was that straight.
So all of us
This is the straight I'm talking about. At the top of the hill.
Yeah. No, he's second.
At the top of the hill, this straight is so long, you just don't stand a chance with that red. But look how far back he's come from. Nah, man, you don't have a chance.
That's a joke.
This is why Verstappen's winning. This is why he's going to win this race.
That's man.
He's gone around the outside and he's still got him as well.
Their aerodynamics team, what they've done with that DRS is
Lord
just
heavens,
a joke.
That is nasty.
I think you got a chance of winning this prediction. You know,
that is nasty.
Lap 13.
Nasty.
Yeah, you said lap 13. So we've got 4 more laps, and he's 3 seconds, and he is taking.
That is.
You know he's going to take.
That was actually
out.
devastating for any Formula 1 fan. That's not. That's actually devastating. Like, what is the point? Oh my God.
I feel very sad inside.
Did you? The fact that you actually thought you weren't going to get overtaken.
I was like, no, Charlotte sorted this one out.
And to be fair, he took the inside. Like he did.
Max just sort of jogged past. Like.
Wow.
That is damning that is damning, honestly.
So now we're going to see what Sergio Perez is made of, really.
Wow.
Can he hold him off? That's the question.
No. Absolutely not. No chance.
Do you know what will be interesting now? Charles Leclerc against Hamilton.
Yeah.
That will be interesting.
The podium position will be fun.
The last podium position for me will be real good.
I think there'll be a clear gap from Verstappen to Perez at the end of this race. Clear gap between Perez and the third spot.
Yeah.
And then it will be between those guys there.
I kind of feel like the McLaren's coming out of this as
Sonoda into the pit.
Disappointing.
They've had the worst weekend, I think.
Yeah, it's
already,
disappointing.
In terms of what the expectation could have been and what the performance has come out.
Hamilton will want some rain, definitely, to close that gap on Leclerc.
He's the best in the wet.
Yeah,
He's the best in the wet for sure, man. So,
how is Leclerc in the wet?
He's good at time management, but that's kind of different conversation. Yeah. Look, they're all pretty good at everything. They're the best 20 in the world, aren't they? But not as good as Lewis Hamilton, I don't think.
Where's Ricardo? Ricardo's...
Danny Rick is
15th. Okay. Has he pitted? He has, hasn't he?
He has pitted. Yeah, he pitted early.
Yeah, he's pitted.
I'll tell you what.
Some great racing in that straight, man. I love it. Look at that. Beautiful. Albon again on Tsunoda.
So we're in the pit window for Perez, Verstappen, Leclerc, and Hamilton.
Oh my God, he's absolutely done,
He's eating him up.
That McLaren needs to go home.
He needs to just go. He needs to just
home
retire,
with that
man.
McLaren,
Accept the weekend's done.
Finished.
Daniel Ricciardo on his old teammate, Lando Norris, in the McLaren. That's going to hurt Lando.
Man.
I think the car's
completely done. It's definitely the car.
His red team radio's coming up now.
I think they'll retire, to be honest. They've done a lot of data collection.
Pyramid says Max just did a Usain Bolt to Leclerc in the F1 at 300 kilometres an hour. Disrespectful AF.
Oh man.
So we've got the pit window for the top 4 guys who are on softs. It's any time between now and lap 15 that we expect them to pit. So for me, the main interesting point there is, who do Red Bull pull in first? Do they pull in... Are we seeing it? No, that's not one of them. Do they pull in Perez and give Max track position? Or do they pull in Verstappen first and give him the quicker tyre and see what he can do on it? It'd be interesting to see how they do that, because they can't double stack because there's no time.
They'll do whatever benefits Max Verstappen, mate.
Yeah, you think?
Because they always do, don't they? And, you know, I suppose if you look at the championship, you can see why.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't favour Perez at all anymore. I think he's lost that opportunity.
He's lost that respect for me as well, because
he doesn't deserve to be favourite.
No, he doesn't.
To be given favourite. Max has been.
Here we go. Is that?
Tell you what.
Is that Danny Rick? No, that's Yuki Tsunoda. No.
That's Hulkenberg on Alonso.
Oh, Hulkenberg. Sorry, I got mixed up.
He definitely hasn't pitted. But do you know what? If they get a safety car, he's had one hell of a race, Hulkenberg, then, to not pit.
Yeah, can you imagine
if he got a safety car?
They safety it now.
Yeah. That'd be unbelievable.
He started from the pit lane.
He started from the pit lane. He's now in the top 10. If they gave him a safety car, that would be unbelievable. He'd be a shout for driver of the day.
So Max is taking a little bit of time off Perez, but not much. Only about 0.3 of a second in the last 2 laps. So not really enough to make Sergio quake in his boots, I don't think.
Look at that though, look how far he is ahead of Leclerc already.
Yeah.
That's just mad, isn't it? It didn't feel like only, last lap before that he took over him, now he's like nearly 3 seconds ahead of him.
Same Lewis is not making a dent into Charles at the minute.
Not even
He's losing time. This is a nice move.
Alonso's going to get him back here.
This is a nice move. Oh, is it?
He's held off.
He's done well there.
He's done very well. I think he's just backed out of it and said, I'll get him later.
That's Hulk and Alonso, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
He'll get him on the straight here. After this turn 1, he'll get him on Eau Rouge, I think. Top of the hill. He's just lining it up for that, I think. Yeah.
I love this corner.
Brilliant camera angle.
Nico Hulkenberg's doing unbelievably well on those old tyres as well.
He really is.
This is where Alonso gets him, I think.
Danny Rick's over the back of Magnussen now, and he's in 14th.
Oh, mate, if Daniel Ricciardo does a job and manages to score today, that'd be huge. Here we go.
Here it is.
There it is.
Alonso on
Straight up.
Yeah, good move. Lovely move.
Easy overtake.
Lovely move by Alonso.
Hamilton's actually dropping away from the Ferrari.
Yeah, he's losing time. Verstappen made it up another 2 or 3 tenths on Verstappen. Oh no, Perez, excuse me. But I'm still waiting for those guys to pit, because that's what's going to be interesting to me.
Yeah.
Listen,
we have to see if the pit stops are good for Leclerc.
Not another 9.4.
If they give him a dodgy pit stop, he's going to drop. That's why I'm not really worried about Hamilton dropping off a bit, because I don't know what kind of pit stop Ferrari are going to give Leclerc.
I can't be dealing with those 9.4 pit stops for Leclerc, man. That's painful. Really painful.
You actually can't watch a Ferrari pit stop with any sort of...
And relax.
No.
Let's talk about Carlos Sainz in 18th, shall we?
Again, should retire the car.
Done. Here we go. Lewis is coming in.
Yeah.
Lewis is coming in. I need a good pit stop
What's
from
happening
Mercedes.
here? Come on, have a good pit stop.
I need a good strong 2.3 or something, 2.4.
Not terrible. 2.8.
2.5.
2.7.
Oh, close, man.
2.7.
That's still a good pit stop, though.
Yeah, it's kind of like the expectation, isn't it? 2.6 to 2.8.
So where's he going to come out? He's going to be close with George.
He's come out ahead of him, isn't he?
Come out ahead of
Where have
Stroll
they
and
put him?
George.
Come out ahead of Stroll as well.
Yeah.
The tyres are going to be cold though, so we'll see.
That's a great time to pit him.
Such a really good pit
It
stop.
looks. I think Stroll might do him here
No, don't do it.
on the straight.
Come on, defend now. You need to keep him.
Oh, no,
you
not
need
enough.
to keep him
He'll be
behind you.
okay.
Keep him behind
I think
you.
he
This
might
is
be
all
all
part of the plan. Yeah, you got to keep him behind you. Is that wet patch? It is, isn't it? It's rain. Well done, Lewis.
He's done very well there.
Well done, Lewis.
That's good. That's strong for Mercedes to pit then.
Yeah, they've done.
George is all over
That's a
Stroll.
They've done
brilliant
Come on,
timing.
so well to pit there.
Yeah, that was great
That's
timing.
great
Brilliant timing.
timing.
Literally doesn't get any better than that.
Those clouds are looking pretty.
Yeah. Didn't lose anything.
Yeah, I mean, what has he put on?
Mediums.
Yeah, mediums.
I'm seeing rain in a minute. Unless he's okay with going mediums in wet patch somewhere.
Yeah, it just depends.
Was that not a wet patch on that straight that we just saw?
I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to see.
yeah.
on the camera angle? Isn't
Mirage.
The camera looks like it's. Yeah.
it? I think they'd be on the radio, wouldn't they? Say
Yeah, they
if
would
there was
be.
a wet patch.
Because it looked like it was, but they would be on the radio if it was.
Magnussen's had quickest pace here for the last 2-3 laps.
He's putting in fastest laps. Yeah.
That's mad.
He must be with he must be in the clear. There must be nobody around him.
I can't believe what's that? Well, I don't really understand why they're still running Carlos if the car's damaged. Right, Perez in the pit. Here we go. This is going to be interesting.
They're all
pit.
arguing on the radio as well. Red Bull and Max.
Oh,
They don't give Perez.
3-2.
They don't give Perez the max
3-2.
stop.
3-2.
They don't give Perez the max
Let's
stops.
go.
They don't give Perez the max stops. Leclerc was a good stop.
That's a quick stop for Leclerc, bro. 2.4.
That was a great stop.
Oh, yeah, that was a good stop.
Joe smashed that.
They've actually
4.2.
screwed over. They've
Oh,
screwed over
Hamilton is being investigated for weaving on the straight.
Oh, he did do
on
that.
the defending.
He
With-
did do
against
that, the
Stroll.
defending against Stroll. He did see that, to be fair. He's probably going to get done for that because they love doing Hamilton over, don't they?
Right, so I
We've seen that
imagine
this weekend.
Verstappen now will be coming in.
Why do they keep
Perez
asking
did a 3-2. So it'll be interesting to see what
He'll do a
Max's stop is.
2-2.
Can you imagine if he
I don't
does?
think they understand who Max is. They're saying on commentary, does Max not owe Perez a result from 2021? He didn't let him win in Brazil or whatever it was. It's like, bro, do you not know who Max is? Max is not letting nobody win nothing.
No.
He doesn't give a damn. That is way back in his... Like, he's not thinking about that.
So they
They were
have
just saying on Red Bull, they were just saying, like, trust me, Max. You just got to trust me. So he's obviously, I don't know what he's saying on the radio, but he's obviously
yeah.
got the hump for some reason. Or not the hump, but...
Nah, the hump, yeah.
Yeah. We are expecting rain in 9 or 10 minutes.
God. And then what's the decision? What's the decision? So Max is on old softs, and bear in mind he's done 13 laps on them, but this is a long 13 laps.
Yeah, true.
We're not talking a Hungary 13 laps. This is a Spa 13 laps. So those tyres are going to be tired. Be interesting to see it. And he's coming in right now.
He's coming
Now,
Here we go.
How many seconds?
Let's see if this is a Perez pit.
Let's guess what we
So
reckon.
Perez did a 3-2.
They'll give him a nice 2.5 or 2.4.
Ready?
They'll be on their A game with him, because otherwise he's going to cuss him out.
It was quick. It was
See,
so
look.
quick.
Yeah.
2-5.
2.5.
See?
He's just got 7 tenths.
He's got that aura
free.
about him. When they see Perez coming in,
And there's Perez.
They get lax.
There's Perez.
When they see Max coming in, they step up their game.
A 2-3. So he got 7
He's
tenths.
gained a whole second on
Look
him.
at that,
He's
man.
just going to be outside of the DRS,
Mad.
but my God, he's going to be. Yeah, there you go. He's gained about 1 point. Oh no, about a second.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it
gained a
looks to be
second.
about a second.
Lewis is on. Is flying as well. He's just got fastest lap, and he's taken what 2 seconds
on
off
those new
Leclerc
tyres.
from
And
the
Leclerc,
pit.
if Leclerc pits, is he going to find himself behind Russell? Because Lewis only just got out ahead of Stroll. And Russell's right behind Stroll last time I saw. Yeah, he is. Look, there he is. Might even get him here.
Here
on
we
that
go.
straight. Russell?
Here we go. Go on, George.
Nah, not quite.
Nah.
I
Close.
really, really hope that they let Verstappen and Perez fight.
Yeah, I hope they do, but they won't.
They won't. They won't.
There'll be a team order. It'll either be let him go.
I've never been so sure on anything in that they won't let that happen.
Oh, Verstappen is chopping time.
They won't even have to.
Already
He's going to just
chopped
he's just
3
gonna,
tenths off.
Yeah, he's just going to just.
But this is what I'm
4
saying,
tenths off.
Joe. Why is he? This is the problem with Sergio Perez.
This is exactly the conversation we had.
They're both on the same tyre, right?
They're both on the same tyre, same age, same car.
It's ridiculous.
We know what's going to happen, man. We know what's
the
going to happen.
delta between those two drivers, for me, is damning for Sergio Perez.
Yeah.
Because I think if you put George and Lewis in that Red Bull car, right? He wouldn't be chopping. He's chopped nearly a second since he came out the pit, Max Verstappen out of Perez. In a lap and a half.
I'd go George, Lando, Lewis,
Leclerc.
not Alonso, Leclerc.
Yeah.
I reckon
and not getting chopped away. I agree.
I reckon they'd all be better than Perez.
Yeah.
Albon?
Yeah. Why not?
Do you know what? We're
Ricardo?
getting there.
They got rid of him, but
I'm not ready to say Ricardo. He's only just come back.
Verstappen is about to be within DRS. I think he's going to get. He's in DRS. They're going to have to be in Perez's ear saying, "Let him go. He's quicker than you."
They're going to tell him, let him go.
Oh, look how much quicker he is. I can't.
They might not have to tell him on the straight after the top of the hill. They might not get him. It might just get him anyway. It's just get him anyway.
Let's go to production here just before we see probably the overtake coming.
So a bit of the news on the weather report at Spa. We have potential rain coming at 15:38 local time, which is...
Oh, sorry to interrupt. Is Max going to get it done? Not quite this time. Sorry, Coiling.
No worries. So, 15:38, there's rain meant to hit the track, which is in 5 minutes' time.
Oh.
Interesting.
Do they know what part of the track?
No,
not
yet.
yet.
No.
Look at this. Look at this.
Max is absolutely chomping at the bit.
Mate,
to do that in 2 laps when he was 2 seconds behind is disgraceful.
It's scary.
Disgraceful from Perez, man.
They're gonna have to just tell him just go through.
Because he didn't.
I hope they do let him fight, but they're gonna have to just let.
It's not a fight anyway.
Max didn't have DRS.
There is no fight, so that's why I'm not bothered about them letting them fight, because it's not a fight.
That's a great point, Matisse.
It's not a fight. Max will get him when Max is ready, and that's that. There will be no defense from Perez. He's just gonna have to let him through, man. How can you have your teammate right up your gearbox that?
There's always the argument of
obviously the pit stop didn't help.
The
pit stop didn't help. He lost a whole second there, but
he came out. Max was 2 seconds behind him.
Yeah, have we even done a full lap?
Yeah. I think we've done 2 now.
Okay. Doesn't feel like it.
But he's going to get him.
Jesus Christ!
Pretty quickly after this corner, I think.
Top of the hill, same place.
I mean, Sergio's hardly keeping it in the lines.
He's nervous.
Here we go.
Nah, I don't think he'll get him.
And the DRS is open, so yeah.
I think he'll get him. If he gets him here, I'm done. No, he'll get him.
It'll be on the.
He'll get him on. He'll get him on.
Max has just done the fastest lap.
What a beautiful exit that is from Max as well. He's lined that car perfectly.
Goodbye,
to
Sergio
take
Perez
out here.
Goodbye, Sergio.
Here he is, over the top of the hill, onto the straight.
I mean, what a camera angle this is.
Bang.
This is a great.
This is it
great
here,
view.
lined up nicely.
Yeah.
And it'll pick his. Yeah, there you go. Bye bye.
Sorry,
Very
that
good,
should
Max.
not be.
See you later, mate.
That's just mad, isn't it? That's mad. That's mad. That's mad.
That is ridiculous. That is out of this world good.
He'll be a second ahead of him in like a couple of corners.
The thing is, boys, right? This is serious now. Lap 17, and it hasn't even been hard for him, has it?
No.
Well, it was meant to be earlier than this. Taking a bit too long, in my opinion.
Lance.
I had him down 7 laps.
Rubbish. Come on, Max.
He's taken about 10 laps late.
Yeah.
He's taking too long.
Get on with it, mate.
Max is taking a bit too long for my liking. I had him down lap 7.
George Russell just did a lovely move on Lance Stroll up into 6th.
Just keep an. I can't see because I'm blind as hell. Keep an eye on that gap between Perez and Max. How long it takes for him to pull out a second? Because I'm telling you, it won't take long.
Look at this.
Look at that.
See ya.
God, wow.
I think they must be in different.
As he drives past, I wonder if he's going, I've got the same car as you.
They must be in different cars.
Goodbye.
They must
See you, mate.
They must be in different.
Ah, poor Checo.
They must be in different cars, man. They have to be.
Too easy.
Look at them. They love him, don't they?
The orange army go wild.
Perez should just be like, maybe I'm down 5%.
So now the question is, how many seconds does Max Verstappen win by? LFC for the double says 30 seconds.
Wouldn't put it past him.
Oh, God. I think I always go high as well, but I think it was just at
23.
Yeah, I think at some point he just starts maintaining the car and looking after it.
Ronan says, what a change of events. Yuki losing a few places, Logan back near the back of the grid, and Danny Rick pushing for the points. F1 is great.
Crazy, isn't it?
I tell you what, if Danny Rick sneaks a point today, man.
Oh, mate. I hope he does as well. I like Danny Rick.
Carlos Sainz on the radio, rain expected in 4 minutes. Not going to change much, Carlos. You're in 19th, mate.
Has Danny Rick pitted? He has, yeah. I keep asking. He has pitted, so he's just, actually that's his real position.
I can't believe Sainz is still going.
Everybody's pitted. Okay. No, not everyone.
Russell, Stroll, Gasly yet to pit.
Okay, they might be waiting on rain. They might be quite clever to just.
I think if it's coming in 4 minutes, mate, I agree.
Yeah.
And Norris is
because everyone else is going to have to pit potentially if there is rain.
Norris is coming in for his second pit.
They'll have to think about it. Norris is just data collecting at this
Norris
point.
he's done, man. Him and Sainz are just having fun at the back, just data collecting.
Just having a laugh, mate. He's just on a 3-3 to put on.
It's a shame, man. I like Lando, but what is McLaren? This is a nightmare weekend.
He must be putting on hard.
Might get a double DNF, I think.
Yeah.
Might do a little Alpine.
An Alpine special.
Yeah. Where are Alpines? So you got Ocon and Gasly. They're actually in the points, double points, since the seconds.
Grimbo says Perez is definitely getting a P45 at the end of this season.
It'd be insane.
Rain at turn 15.
There we go.
There we are. Lovely.
There'll be a few spots for a few minutes, and then it will be increasing, is what the radar says.
Who wants to handle themselves?
Norris has put on softs. Okay.
Oh,
I wasn't
really?
expecting that.
So
Wow.
rain is coming, and he's gone
put on
soft.
softs.
Wow, that's brave, isn't it?
Maybe he just wants to not finish.
Cabello says. Cabello says if rain comes
for a bit before he gets.
He wants to drift. Yeah, he's like, I'll have a bit of a drift on them.
If rain comes, Lewis wins. Says Cabello. Thoughts on that one?
No.
Love. He's great in the wet.
Verstappen isn't that bad in the wet. To be
Well,
honest.
and you were talking. You wanted an update on how far ahead of Perez he is. Nearly over 2.5 seconds.
See, look at that. 2.5 seconds.
So he did 5 seconds in 5 laps.
Yeah,
It's disgusting.
It's ridiculous.
Absolutely disgusting. And do you know what? Fair play to Ferrari because Leclerc is keeping Hamilton at bay and he's pushing away from him. When they both come out of the pits, it was 2.5. Now it's 3.8.
Yeah, Hamilton needs the wet. He
Currently 19th in a DNF.
Like Hamilton actually needs it to buck it down.
Yeah, he does. He needs it to go some.
Borderline like red flag, but not quite. He needs it to buck it now, to catch a Leclerc, I think, for the moment.
I missed. What did Leclerc say on the radio there, or did it not come up?
It didn't come up.
Okay.
Come on.
Wow,
This rain will
300.
last 10
Really good
minutes.
positions for Aston Martin because they need these
Who's
points.
this?
Yeah, they do.
They've had a bit of a.
They really do. Let's go over to
I say that he's just
Coylan
been
in
overtaken by
production.
Gasly.
Yeah, so I got that message from Leclerc. It was the team telling him that the rain will last for approximately 10 minutes.
Oh, so it's a decision. Do they stick on the slicks or do they risk it and come in for the inters?
Even better. I love it. But I hope it's heavy rain for 10 minutes.
Well, then they'd have to put on the inters. It'd be interesting to see if anyone slips off because you could. Well, I think Daniel Ricciardo will also be licking his lips at that and thinking, look, this is an opportunity for me to start climbing.
He hasn't driven in rain in about 2 years.
He hasn't driven.
Russell might have played this all right, you know.
Yeah, I think he has. I think he's played this very well.
I think Russell might be all right here. If the rain comes as expected, he can just come in for his pit, put the tyres on he needs, get out.
Yeah.
Everyone
And
else
hold
gonna have to
that
come in
position.
and
Yeah.
hold that position, hopefully.
Yeah.
I do wonder whether people are going to come. It does look like I just saw a bit of rain there.
That 10 minutes can ruin your whole race, though, if you don't get that right. It's enough time to ruin your race.
It looks darker outside, doesn't it? Like you can see.
Who are the best drivers on grid on rain, do you think? Guys?
Hammy, Alonso. I think experience, actually. I think the
Perez is meant
experienced
to be good
drivers,
in the way, isn't he?
Yeah.
Lewis and Fernando.
Just people that have driven more.
To be fair, Max ain't terrible in the way.
I mean, Max is good at everything.
Exactly. But yeah, in terms of old school, Hamilton and Alonso.
IBK says Lando's going to be playing Tokyo Drifts with these fresh softs.
Innit? I'm sure he don't care. I think he's just going to do a bit of drifting before he has to do a DNF.
I used to love those games. Need for Speed, man.
Need for Speed Underground.
Oh man, they were so good.
Need for Speed Most Wanted.
On the PS2 as well. I played for hours, mate.
Same.
So good.
I couldn't do drag races though.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Drag races, I couldn't do it. I don't know what button I had to press.
I could never do the drift ones.
Drifting was, I was caught in the drifting ones. There was the drag. I don't know what you had to press for drag. Weird race.
Gasly having a good race as well because, you know.
Yeah, I'm saying
due a stop,
both of the Alpines.
As you said, due a stop, but particularly Gasly. Yeah, you can see that rain now.
Oh, lovely.
Definitely see that rain.
not too far off the prediction.
Yeah, and on the camera. So
yeah, our predictions ain't miles off.
I just stuck with my original one and just left Piastri.
Yeah, I think I just got Piastri wrong.
Made a late change. I should not have. Science.
Carlos Sainz.
Yeah, Science.
Rolling down in 19th.
Really
Science and Piastri. Look, 19th and 20th. We've all got that one wrong.
Yeah.
I think we've all got 5th wrong. That's for sure. It's just about who gets the pole position. Podium. Now.
Alonso started 9th. I mean, a bit of fortune with what's happened to the McLarens, I guess, has helped him get up there. But
yeah, never write him off, bruv. He's absolute class, Fernando Alonso. Absolute quality.
It's raining quite a lot, says Max
Raining
Verstappen
quite
on
a
the
lot.
radio.
Is it? Yeah.
Let's hope it rains.
What are you going to do about it, sunshine?
He seems to be struggling. Look, he's just put a fastest lap in.
Yeah, man.
Someone
he's
put
coming
on
out.
He's coming on.
Who's got softs?
Alonso, it
This
must
cannot be Alonso.
Alonso is actually mad.
Here?
He's like, you know,
Alonso's like, rain.
I don't even need rain. I don't even need wets. I'll go softs. Can you imagine? Have they made a mistake there?
Is it Alonso or is it Stroll?
That's Alonso.
If he's Stroll, he's been in it.
Oh no, it's Stroll.
It's Stroll, 18.
It's Stroll.
Softs.
See his helmet.
That's a proper.
So they're putting on softs for Stroll. What the hell is going on?
Just for a laugh.
This is a mad gamble, man. Are they sure that's a good idea? Well, let's see.
Oh, mate. They've done it.
And
it's
they've done
slow. Dear.
Oh my God, they've
4-3.
ruined his race. I'm telling you, they've ruined his race.
What was that?
Because if he starts sliding on them softs and that pit, it's over for him. Bye bye. You can go and chat to Sainz and Piastri at the end of the race.
How aggressive this rain is.
And Norris.
Has anyone seen any wet track yet? Because I haven't. Can't lie.
I haven't, but I can see rain. It is literally on the. Look, you can see it.
Their helmets.
Yeah, little drops. Oh, you wouldn't want to have been in there, bro. Jesus Christ.
He's just said on the radio.
Lord.
Wow.
He did almost lose it. He actually did incredibly well to hold that.
Wow.
Jesus.
Oh. God. Yeah, that if the best driver on the grid or one of the best drivers on the grid is doing that, then that's a warning for everybody else.
Wow.
And what is he on? Mediums, is he?
Yeah, Verstappen and the mediums. Oof.
Damn.
They are going to be, because when there's wet, there's a dry line where the guys drive and dry it. So they are going to be drying it out as it gets wet. But it's interesting to see how much rain there is, and whether that's going to have an effect.
Pretty bucket.
Halfway through.
Halfway, yeah, wow, already. Wow.
Because the track's so long, the laps just go by a lot quicker.
Lando.
It's not fighting for that precious 16th position. Albon currently nicking that 10th place. I think I predicted that actually in the preview.
You did. And you said it today as well.
Predicted him 10th.
Yeah, Albon to get a point.
Looks like he could get higher than that though, Joe. Look, he's right on the back of Ocon.
Yeah, big time. And Ricciardo is now 12th and looking.
Go on, Danny Rick.
Looking at 11th.
I didn't think he could get any points. Bottas is just chilling this season, isn't
he? Yeah.
Jesus.
Just doing his thing.
I haven't barely spoken about Bottas. He's just having a vibe. That whole team having a vibe.
Yeah, was it last week at Hungary where they were 5th and 7th?
Yeah, they had a good race. Yeah,
and then just absolutely plummeted.
That was their points for the season, like they said.
It would have been. It literally would have been their points for the season.
Like, yeah, we're done now. We've got our points.
Bottas on Ricciardo. Yikes.
So as soon as I say that, he's like, I'm not on the beach. On the Camel Straight. Where is the rain? Up there.
It's not heavy, is it?
No.
So they are definitely able to stay out on the. Good move.
Is this the start of the 10 minutes?
Oh, Lando
on Sargent.
Right, Russell's in. Let's see what happens here.
Let's go to production.
Yeah, let's do it.
A quick one to note on Lando Norris. He seems to be flying again, and the reason for that is because he's running a higher downforce setup because of these conditions on Friday and Saturday. So now, all of a sudden, because we have the rain, he's starting to come alive. And on the last lap, he was 1 second quicker than Max Verstappen.
Whoa!
Go on, Lando!
That's crazy.
It's a shame these conditions don't last the whole race.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, so they obviously set their car up so that they could qualify and sprint. Well, that is rain. That's proper rain. Okay. You can see that angle. That is rain.
Christian Horner's just looking out there.
George is coming in.
George is coming at the perfect time.
Is he going to put inters on though? That's my.
If he puts on inters, that's gonna rock the whole paddock.
What's going on?
I can't see.
What's going on?
Pit.
No, softs.
Softs are on.
Fresh
Them
softs.
tyres look pretty wet to me.
Wow. Nobody going.
I'm seeing a lot of rain.
It's obviously not wet enough for inters as the data, but I'm surprised because it looked like there's a lot of rain coming down.
It's a big decision because if it does start raining, he's going to have to come back in again.
Yeah.
And he can't afford to be doing that.
And there's a lot of umbrellas up in the crowd, which is always telling as well.
Sonoda on Gasly.
Sonoda up to 6th.
Go on, Sonoda. Go on, Yuki. We love it.
Ricardo's just gone into the pit as well. He's done a 2.5 stop.
I just want to see if any... you can't put inters on right now, to be honest.
Probably not wet enough, is it?
Nah. Especially if nobody else is doing it as well. But it's a risk. Either way, just the timing is key.
Oh, can you imagine how different this race is if Max Verstappen if that snap had gone too far and he'd have spun it out?
Yeah.
I mean, he did really well to hold it. But he was obviously stressed. You could hear on the on the radio, he was like, he was obviously very stressed about it. I mean, he's still eating away time from Perez.
Lando's all over the back of Joe here.
There you go. He's done that move.
Absolutely easily. Go on, Lando.
Lando's moving.
Up to 13.
What's going on with this car, man?
Yeah,
crazy, isn't it?
It is obviously these conditions.
Did not expect that.
And that's George.
Go on, George.
Must be down. It's completely down to setup.
George on Sargent.
Norris looked down and out.
He did.
Yeah, but we should see if he could scrape a point.
Well, he's got the two Alphas. Sorry, the Alpha and the two
Hasses,
Haas,
is it?
sorry.
Yeah.
To get ahead of, and he will. If it carries on like this.
Yeah, there's that move by George Russell on Logan Sargent. It started the race quite well, but it just, didn't quite work out. Who's that in the pit? Gasly.
Albon. Is it Gasly? Sorry.
Oh,
hello.
Safe release.
They've done well to get Albon out ahead of Gasly there. Williams will be buzzing with that. Yeah. Ooh.
Might just about get away with that.
I think there's less of unsafe releases here because the pit lane's wider, so you can almost fit two cars down it.
Yeah.
Whereas some of them it's a lot smaller. So I don't think that'll be an unsafe release that time. Strange. It's tough to get a register of how much rain there is when the camera angle's changing every 2 or 3 seconds. You can't quite see. I'm trying to look at the crowd to see if they've got umbrellas up really. Oh dear, Carlos Sainz has retired.
There you are.
There's no shock there.
No.
We knew that was happening, didn't we?
Should have
At
retired
some
a while
stage,
ago.
should have just...
It doesn't make me feel any better about it.
Still got Leclerc.
Leclerc's having a good race, to be fair.
Oh dear, yeah, they got that
front. Oh my god, they put the wrong tyre on. Were they trying to put?
No,
the wrong...
I think that's me.
That was horrendous.
All the
Oh,
media.
they just couldn't take it off. Okay.
And then Williams will be so happy with that because they've leapfrogged there.
Brilliant.
Oh, Carlos Sainz, man.
Ferrari, what's going on?
Charles Leclerc's still there, man.
Every race, there's always something.
Yeah,
Lewis is catching him. He's two.
Now he's gone in, so that's Norris.
Yuki into the pit as well.
Norris up into the top
10
now.
on Norris.
Norris is really going to be making moves now because everyone's coming into the pit.
Quite a few of them gone into the pit there.
Yeah, Yuki's gone in. Bottas has gone in.
I'm disappointed.
I can tell, Joe. I can tell. George is going to have him.
Yeah.
George is going to have him here.
Yeah, comfortable.
That's easy. Flew past him up into 8th.
Very comfortable.
Magnussen next. What's a good race for George, do you think, position-wise? 5th?
Top 6, yeah.
Top 6. I think Alonso's difficult, but minimum top 6. Got to be ahead of. Yeah, he's got to be ahead of obviously Magnussen and Ocon. So then you'd say 6th, as it stands. Yeah, there's nobody else on the grid I'd expect him to finish below, apart from Alonso.
We'll have a look at that move again by George on Lando.
Especially when Lando's car seems to be set up for these conditions. If it gets dry again, Lando might be struggling again.
Yeah, I think.
So it shouldn't be really.
I think you're right. I think he will struggle.
Yeah, he shouldn't really be having a problem with Lando.
As a Ferrari fan, when are you not disappointed?
True.
All the time. You're right. Good question. Live my life disappointed. Or Sundays anyway. And Saturdays and Fridays.
It weren't like that when I was growing up watching Formula 1, I'll tell you that now.
That's why I'm so disappointed, because the expectation still is high. Do you know what I mean?
Them days.
Oh.
Schumacher days.
Oh, man.
It's like watching Verstappen. It reminds me so much of it, man. It really does, doesn't it? You just watch it and you think, this was what Schumacher did for the best part of about 8 years.
Yeah. Just cleaned him. Cleaned everyone. Again, another couple of guys into the pit. Ocon and Zhou, is it, I think?
On the game, they should allow you to use legends like Senna.
Oh, that would be so cool.
And have, you know how they have in like the football
in FIFA.
Games?
Yeah, like the black and white.
Legends.
You should
be able to use
I'd love that.
That would be brilliant. And you should be able to use their old cars like with the look.
Or just like do the classic car.
Yeah, the
like
classic
do a
cars,
Grand Prix from like.
Yeah. But then you can mix
early
them. So you can have
90s or something.
Verstappen in the same grid as Schumacher.
Yeah.
Hamilton, Senna.
Oh man,
that would be quality.
Oh, that would be epic.
Can you imagine? With the old and the new cars. It's looking like a good day for Alonso in particular.
I can't see, but it does look like it's not raining anymore.
Yeah, I feel like
I can't see many
umbrellas. I feel like that was
now.
the 10-minute.
Yeah.
It does feel like that because the track does look to be drying even more.
And it's been about
sun
10 minutes,
yeah,
I think.
I'm seeing sun now, so I think that's it. So good decision from everyone not to go to intermediates.
Yeah.
That'll be Verstappen winning the race then.
Nico Hulkenberg doing a move on one of the Alpha Tauris. I imagine Daniel Ricciardo.
Yeah,
it
I think
is.
it is.
Yeah.
Can Lewis catch up to Leclerc in this now?
No, I'm saying no, that's not happening. We're not allowing that. Ferrari are getting a podium today and I'll be buzzing.
I think he would have shown early evidence that he could, and I don't think that he has, mate. I think he's gone down a second from the last couple of laps away from the Ferrari.
Verstappen nearly 8 seconds ahead of Perez. What the hell? Same car, same tyre age.
And
8 seconds.
And he had a wobble as well.
It's ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying, man. He's just not good enough.
Absolutely ridiculous.
He's getting replaced. He's getting replaced. I don't know who with though.
Do you think at the end of this season?
Yeah, it has to be.
Has to be
Really?
I'm sick of
Yeah,
it.
Because he keeps coming out
for me.
Horner and saying
Yeah.
we're not replacing Sergio.
Yeah, well, Horner's alive anyway.
Yeah, don't trust.
He
what
said
says,
De Vries
man.
wasn't going anywhere, and next week he was gone.
It costs a lot of money though, doesn't it? Because he's still in contract. I think he has a
Yeah,
contract
but-
for this year and for the 24 season as well.
If he does
Perez.
go, who do you reckon will replace?
I mean, they'd want Lando. I think that would be the natural step for me.
Yeah, that's the one that. I
But it
think.
might be that
Zach Brown.
Yeah.
How would he handle that?
Well,
one?
I don't know.
very well.
I think
Yeah, he'd be
Wouldn't like it.
fuming.
it will depend on when Norris's contract is up as well. But if Norris's contract is for 24, it might be that they get Danny Rick in for one season
Yeah.
and then go.
and
Do
then
you
go
think
for
Danny
Lando
Rick would
5
do
years.
a better job? Do you think Danny Rick
Yeah,
would do
I
a better
do.
job?
I actually do. Yeah. Hamilton in the pit,
weren't quickest, but
not super quick, but it's fine.
it's all right. 2.8, that's not bad actually.
Average.
Mad that we're saying changing 4 tyres taking 2.8 seconds is average.
So slow. Come on, guys.
So the expectation of the sport is mental, isn't it?
It really is.
I always say if it's like 2.7 to like a 3, I just see it as average.
Yeah.
The 2 2s and the 2 3s, those
Yeah.
are the ones like 2 4s, those are the ones that are.
Yeah, I agree.
We had a 1.9 there a couple weeks ago. That was ridiculous.
That was
Perez.
mad.
That was nuts. 1.9.
1.9.
I think they're the only team ever to do it. They did it a couple of seasons ago, and this season,
Crazy.
something under 2
No one's
seconds.
ever done a 1.8.
No.
How the hell would you do that? It's just
crazy.
phenomenal, isn't it?
It is insane. Absolutely ridiculous.
Looking at the Perez situation again, though, right? They've got rid of Albon and Gasly, haven't they? In previous years.
Yes, yeah.
Has Perez done any better than them?
I think because the car is so much better, it looks like Perez has done better. But actually, I'd love to put Albon or Gasly back in it and just see what they could do with this car.
Albon with this year as well he's had, I think deserves it.
Yeah.
There's
I don't
nobody
know if he'd go back though. I think he'd be more likely to go to Mercedes or something.
Yeah, I think so too.
Maybe once Lewis eventually, if he does ever
your
retire.
boy's in, Joe. Your boy's in.
We need a decent stop here, boys.
Come
Come
on.
on.
A lot of pressure.
Now. This is pressure now.
on Ferrari to put this pit stop
Let's have a good stop, guys.
together.
Come on.
Cannot be a mare. Good.
Oh, it's fine.
2.8?
Fine.
2.7.
Yeah.
Close.
Just
Fine.
they look like they wanted to have a problem at the back.
Yeah.
They were like, should we mess
Where's
this
he
up?
going to come out? Oh, it's going to be close with these guys. He will come out just about ahead.
God, that's close.
But they're going to have a little bit of a run.
God, that's close.
Yeah, he's okay. They've done well to get him out in front of Hamilton so he doesn't have to win the position back.
Hamilton's done well to get ahead of Alonso there just in time for that.
That's a shame though that we're not taking a little sneaky leap there. I was hoping Ferrari might butcher that.
I was hoping Ferrari's pit stop would be shambolic.
Like a 3-5 or something.
But it wasn't.
Not even
Any
shambolic, like a little, even like a 3-2 or 3-4.
He would have come out around the same place.
It would have been a battle going into the.
Hamilton's right, but with him now though, so.
Yeah, he needs to stick with him. If he's a second, he needs to keep that because he's not showing that when he's outside a second, he can keep with that Ferrari.
Agreed.
Oh, I would have really liked Ricciardo to try and get some points today. That's not going to happen.
needs
But
some
for AlphaTauri, it
DRS,
looks
right?
like Yuki Tsunoda actually could get some points. Maybe even 2 points.
Is that the last pit now, do you think, for Ferrari and everyone?
What did he come out on? Softs. What did they say? They could do 15 laps. Yeah, he'll go to the end on those then, won't he? Just.
That'll be it. Yeah, because we had the halfway stage a while ago.
Yeah, he'll do 15 laps on those.
So he's going to have to get him on track then. That's it. I think top 2 is decided.
Perez has just come in.
Give us a nice little 10-second pit stop here.
It would need to be a 22-second stop.
Oh, forget it. Then.
So quick, man.
Jesus, they're making up.
2-2.
They're making up for what happened last time. They said, "Oh, don't worry, Checo, we'll get you back."
Yeah, Perez is going, why didn't you do a 2-2 last time?
because Max was behind you, silly. We had to get Max ahead, and now we'll give you the good pit stop, and you can finish second.
Look how far ahead he
done.
is.
Charles Leclerc is pulling away from Hamilton already as well. He's nearly 2 seconds.
Alonso's just come into the pit.
Yeah, man.
20 seconds ahead of Russell Alonso, so he just, as long as he does a decent-ish stop, he'll be
I think
okay.
Leclerc's going to take that podium spot.
Yeah, Leclerc's getting that podium.
Unless I see otherwise, I'm thinking now.
Who predicted that same top 3? Max, Perez. Oh, you went Max, Perez, Hamilton.
Max,
Me and
Perez,
Matisse
Lewis,
went Max, Perez, Charles.
Yeah, looks like you guys are going to get it.
Yeah.
Well, still got 15 laps, and this is Spa. Anything could happen.
You need a yellow flag, really. Bunch it back up. Alonso will take 5th, I think, as well. I can't see Russell. Actually, what's the gap? Is that him there?
That's Russell.
Okay, maybe we have something here.
Noel in the chat says, Perez isn't going to get replaced. He's second in the standings and Red Bull are already going to win the Constructors' Championship. Yeah. Well, this is the thing. While they're not under pressure, in the Constructors, they don't need to change their second driver. But it's not going to be as easy as this for Red Bull forever. People will catch them next season, I imagine. And that's when the pressure comes on the second driver because you need them to sweep up. Here's Max Verstappen coming into the pit.
He might be right. Like I'm obviously saying it from a more emotional standpoint. I just want him to be. I want him to be replaced.
Purposes.
Yeah, there is a good chance he doesn't get replaced. But then there's also a good chance that then they're under a lot of pressure next year in the Constructors because now they need him to perform and he's not. Because this year it's just been Max doing the Constructors by himself.
Yeah, it has.
So
I mean, Max is coming out.
They could get ahead of the curve, or they could get themselves into a bit of a battle next year in the Constructors.
And he's still. How many seconds ahead of Perez?
Because if they replace him with a Lando, they're winning Constructors next season, hands down, unless there's a big issue with the car.
Thing is, they've got a demand to be the best, and Perez isn't the best, is he?
Yeah.
You know.
But like I get what Noel's getting complacent and not upgrading your team when you know that you need to.
Yeah, man.
I get what Noel's saying exactly, because ultimately, while they're still winning, why would you change?
Yeah, exactly. They're not even close to coming second, are they?
If there's big leaps from a couple teams and they look like they can fight alongside Max, then Checo will definitely not be doing good enough to hold that. So I don't know.
Poor Piastri there, who really could have done something so special today.
It should be
but
as straightforward
no
as it is. It's the fact that his contract doesn't run out. If his contract runs out, I think he'd be gone. But
whose contract was that? Perez?
Yeah, I think if his contract was running out, then
I can't see them extending it.
No, you would definitely not extend it.
But would they pay the tens of millions to bin him off?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Is it worth that many more points? I guess that's the calculation they'll have to do.
Can they put that money into the car? Or is that separate?
I actually don't know the ins and outs of how that works financially.
Probably not.
Nevada Claxton says, I had a little bit too much hope for Sargent at the beginning. Yeah, me
I'd
too.
say that's a separate budget for the car and for the drivers, and there's a cost cap as well, isn't it now? So.
Yeah, exactly.
Ferrari's going to hold on to that podium, mate. Lewis is nowhere near. He's pulled right away.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Come on.
If he was in DRS range, I would have given it some hope, but you can't keep with that Ferrari today. I don't know why.
Alonso's doing well as well, to be fair, because he's keeping them as Mercedes there. There's no way that Russell's getting him, I don't think, either. He's nearly 2 seconds off him.
Has he started to clear away again? Yeah.
He has, yeah. Yeah, it's a shame, man.
I imagine Russell will have to stop again. Because I think he's only done one stop.
He has only done one.
Yeah, he's only done one stop.
Yeah, fair play, man.
Norris has done quite well, to be fair, hasn't he?
Yeah,
get himself back up to 7.
From comeback from where he was.
Is he due a stop though? No, he's done 2, but I don't know if those softs will go to the end.
I don't know. Yeah.
He might have to do a 3.
Hopefully he will stay there because he's had an all right race. Considering
do you think he can manage the tyres to the end?
How many laps?
If you're him, you wouldn't want to pit again. If you're pitting again,
12 laps to go.
If you're pitting again, you're kind of just sacrificing the points potentially, isn't it?
Hulkenberg has got the quickest lap, but that he won't get the point for it.
No, because Max.
You used a lot of tyre on the outlap, Max. Not sure that was sensible. Ouch. Interesting.
What? Tyre degradation?
Yeah, saying that his tyre might not last to the end now, getting a bit of a telling off. But yeah, Hulkenberg won't get the point because he's not in the top 10, so nobody will get the fastest lap.
Do you remember that?
Unless somebody nicks it.
Little beef that he had with his on team radio for qualifying? That was great.
Big time. Yeah.
He was like, all right, well then you make the strategy then.
Yeah, literally. Literally.
I love that.
They just said, on the subtitles, they just said, everybody waiting for the response, but yet nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, didn't say a word.
Didn't even reply.
Didn't dignify it with a response.
Max is one of those ones where when he's angry and he thinks he's in the right, he'll shout you down. And if he's done something wrong, he'll say nothing. Yeah, he'll say absolutely nothing. That's when you know you've got Max.
Controversial from Andrew in the comments, who says anyone could win on the grid in the Max Verstappen car because Perez's car is inferior. So don't even go there. The old...
give it a break.
The conspiracy theory that Perez and Max are actually in different cars.
No.
Any truth to that?
No.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. It looks that way because Perez has not been good enough.
Yeah.
I feel like we would know about it.
God, these two
Perez came out and said, of course we don't. Of course we have the same car.
And also it's like, why would they do that? They don't need to. Do you know what I mean? It's not like as if they're struggling for money and then they need to like pick a car and make, try and get points.
I agree.
They don't need to do that with these two. They're already up there. They've got a strong car. Give them the same car and try and get maximum points. Giving Perez a weaker car is not going to help you in constructors.
Gasly and Albon here.
If anything, you give Max the weaker car because he's the quicker driver. Balance it out.
Quicker.
Yeah.
Max doesn't need any help in regards to his teammate.
Right fight here between Gasly and Albon. And, to be fair, bias.
Come on.
Oh, Max has just done the fastest lap. There you go.
Yeah.
Stolen
He'll
that
get his
point.
Yeah, he'll get his point. He's not going to let Hulkenberg...
Where's driver of the day go for you? Probably Verstappen from 6th, doesn't it?
Has to be, man.
Yeah, it has to be Verstappen,
to be.
No one else has done anything significant, really. Has to be Verstappen.
I think the others are there because Piastri and Sainz getting out of this race has really helped. The likes of Alonso, Russell.
Yeah.
Obviously, Norris has been in and around. But
Yeah, Norris, they've been struggling with his car. I think if he can hold 7th today, he'll take that for sure. So that's probably a good drive from him, considering it seems the setup wasn't suited for the race.
Yeah.
Because it's just so weird how the pace just came like that when the rain started. It doesn't. That McLaren is just way too slow in this race. Oh. Is that Albon fighting there?
Gasly and Albon, yeah.
I think so. Overtake award.
It's got to be. Well, I can't say it's Max with the power he had on Perez. But
I would say that because they're in the same car.
That was the most entertaining overtake.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Just how far back he was. No, but then actually no, I'll give it to Verstappen going on at Leclerc. Actually, that was ridiculous.
Oh yeah, just a Max Verstappen overtaking it.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. That was the one that was really far back he was coming from.
God, they're having a go at Max here.
Are they?
What's it? Said I'd ask you to use your head more, Max.
Wow. Giving him the old.
Telling him off.
Tire degradation. I'd ask you to use your head. That's all I could read. I hate the black on the red.
Why do they go with those colours?
Can't read them, man.
So
who watches this and thinks, yeah, that's a great colour contrast right there. Black and dark red, or black and dark blue. Great, brilliant.
Like black and white, I get that.
Just go with the white writing. Like
why do we need this stupid writing?
Oh my god. F1, man. Sometimes they do some just amateurish errors.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense. It's like, why? Why do this?
Oh man, I keep remembering that Carlos Sainz DNF'd.
let's go to production while you cry about that.
Yeah.
Just to save you with that radio message. Hold on, there's another one. Just a second.
Oh, Verstappen again. Is that a second time?
Okay, so just that one there, Max.
God, they're arguing, aren't they?
This is as entertaining as it gets.
That
Go on,
one
Colin.
there,
At Red
Max
Bull.
wanted to push on and do another stop towards the end, which obviously I don't know how that's going to work.
Why?
But the initial radio conversation between his engineer and himself was that the fact that the soft tire had had a lot of degradation on the first stint. So he's kind of saying, kind of use your head and figure it out. Don't be using the tire up all at once.
Yeah.
Yeah. But why would he want to pit again anyway? What's the point?
I think he's playing devil's advocate a bit, saying
no. He's
like, go on then. Yeah. Go on. If you want to tell me off, I'll go so quickly that I'll do another stop to show you.
Right. Well, then we just won't come out for the pit then.
And the race engineer was we
just won't send the pit crew out then. How about that?
Oh my god.
You park up and then nobody be out there. Then what now?
Oh god.
Jesus Christ. I don't think. For me, once again, I'll probably be taking the side of the engineer. I don't understand why he'd want to pit again. Like,
he's bored.
Just save the tyre.
Bored. Yeah, he's so good. He's bored.
Yeah, well, just save the tyre and go to the end of the race and go home. Like, I don't understand why you'd want to pit. Every time you pit, you're taking a risk that the pit crew might F up the pit. Yeah. And you're losing time anyway going in there. So
Hamilton
taking the race out.
Leclerc. Can he get a podium?
Not for me.
No.
I don't think there's enough evidence to show that he's got the pace there.
I needed Ferrari to do a slow stop. That's what I was praying on, really.
Yeah.
And then he comes out. He's just ahead going into.
But we didn't give it to you
to the top of the hill.
No 9.4 stop this time.
Yeah.
That's a good. I said to you today, didn't I? If you cannot get a podium this weekend, when will you get one?
Yeah.
And it looks like you're going to get one, man. 9 laps to go.
Will it be considered a good weekend for Ferrari, though, considering Sainz is the ender?
No.
It won't. Yeah.
If we were 3rd and 5th or 3rd and 4th,
oh, brilliant!
I'd be buzzing.
Yeah. Especially with that fight with McLaren, but
it's just so stupid.
So now you've both lost a car each.
Yeah. Yeah, Aston Martin will be happy with this.
Yeah, this is good for Aston Martin.
Sainz have to look at himself in the first corner, won't he?
Yeah.
And say, what was I doing?
Yeah.
I know he locked, and sometimes it happens, but where's he going there? It was just all over the place, wasn't it?
I think he should have been given a penalty anyway.
Yeah, he's lucky, I suppose.
I think he's lucky not to get the penalty for me. But they weren't going to give it to him. Maybe they'll just call it a racing incident.
Well, they did. I was surprised by that.
I was surprised.
Really
I thought he'd get a 5-second penalty for that.
Close here between Ocon and Tsunoda as well.
Daniel Ricciardo 15th.
Yeah, no points for him.
No, unfortunately not. Started 19th though, so there's a bit of climbing there. But Yuki Tsunoda I think he started 11th, didn't he? Is now
where was Ricciardo he was gonna get through to Q2?
Yeah, he would have done.
He would have if they didn't
delete the
time. So I think if he had a normal qualifying and his time wasn't deleted, I think he could have definitely been in the top 10. Ricciardo. I think he would have been right up there with Yuki.
He looks like he's got some pace in that.
Yeah. He had a great debut, so yeah, I think he'll be disappointed with the way it went in qualifying. How did he do in the sprint?
He did well, but he didn't score points. I think he finished.
I don't like the sprint because there's barely any points anyway up for grabs.
It's only 8.
It just feels so meaningless to me. I feel like I come on here and just bitch about sprint races all the time, but I'm just being honest. I just don't like the sprints.
They should do the sprint on the Friday.
That's also get out of the way.
All over the place, ain't it?
Yeah, okay, so just do the qualifying, do the practice, do the qualifying for the sprint, do the qualifying for the race, do the race.
Yeah, makes more sense.
Makes more sense in my world anyway, in my head.
Yeah.
But that would be using something called logic. I'm not sure the FI
makes too much sense.
Yeah, makes way too much sense. For me, I'm just not a fan.
They're comparing the Max Verstappen radio messages to Kimi Raikkonen.
Yeah.
Remember when he was like, "I know what I'm doing, just stop talking to me."
So funny.
Such a lich.
I miss Kimi.
He was brilliant.
I miss Kimi, man. Kimi was class act.
I love having characters like that, though.
Yeah. We've lost a lot of characters. Obviously, they'll be replaced, I'm sure, once the younger guys, get more experience and get more confidence. But I think Vettel, I think Kimi.
Yeah.
Who else did we lose? We lost another one as well. Obviously, Danny Rick came back in.
Very, very tough day.
Rosberg was a character.
Yeah, Rosberg was a character.
Yeah, he was, man.
Very tough day for Williams. Currently running 17th and 18th. We thought they were going to do something special.
I didn't even notice that.
What happened with Albon?
What happened to Albon? Sargent is Sargent, like whatever. But what happened to Albon?
Albon,
that's crazy.
He was about 9th for once.
Yeah, we had him. Well, he was 10th.
Yeah, he was
as well.
very much in the points. Yeah, maybe someone can fill us in there because we managed.
I don't know what's happened there.
How we missed that? Yeah,
that's nuts. Sargent was, Sargent was doing all right, but whenever Sargent drops to the back, I kind of just accept it.
Kind of expected.
That's just the way it goes for him.
Yeah.
But with Albon, I'm actually shocked there. I don't know where I thought Albon was. I thought he was kind of maybe just behind Gasly.
Yeah, I thought he was knocking about, asking the question.
Yeah, but no.
Who remembers when Kimi won a race in Ferrari and I asked him at the end and he said, it was a boring race. I was bored. It's like, mate, you just won the race.
Let's go to production.
So just to touch on Williams there, there's nothing wrong with either car. They just opted to go for 3 stops. So
wrong strategy.
The final stop to have a pair of presumably fresh stops.
Must be, yeah.
To go for the last 5 or 6 laps to the end.
So they've got strategy wrong.
LFC double saying
balls
the same
that
in the
up.
chat.
Yeah, absolutely messed that strategy right up there. To be back of the grid like that is crazy after the pace they were showing at the start.
It does seem strange to go for a triple stop today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird one, man. I can't even lie.
It's a bad move.
Oh dear, there's Carlos. Oh dear.
It's not a great season.
No, he hasn't had the best, has he?
How many podiums has he had this season?
Joe? Carlos?
Yeah.
I don't think he's had any.
There's no way he's had no podiums.
Did Charles get one? Charles got one.
Yeah, Charles has definitely been on the podium.
I don't know if Carlos has got one. I'm going to look it up.
If Carlos has no podiums this year, then...
Oh, mate, that'd be awful.
Can I say?
I told you, man.
Wasn't he on track for one in Australia and then got battered by the 5-second time penalty that finished on a safety car? Let me look it up. Hold on. So I just can't remember off the top of my head.
Carlos. Might have to be keeping Carlos in check now.
I don't think he's the guy. Carlos.
I've said it. I said it from the start of the season.
No podium.
Early doors.
I said this to
early doors. I was on that.
I was like, he ain't.
That was one of my first agendas.
Mate, they asked who I thought the most overrated one, as well as Perez. I said Carlos Sainz.
I have a multitude of agendas going at the moment.
Yeah,
on rotation. That is one of my main ones.
You need one for George Russell, mate.
Mate, Ocon, that is class. And Sonoda, that is a brilliant.
Yeah, great move.
Brilliant move.
I'm balancing a Checo and Carlos agenda, the two C's at once.
Yeah, what's he you said? So you thought George was overrated?
Stroll as well.
Lex?
Yeah, I don't think... Actually, no, I do think George is a little bit overrated. I don't think he's done anything
I'm happy to have a
a
George conversation in a couple of years if he doesn't start. If they provide the car and he doesn't perform, I
don't mind him, man. I think he's doing all right.
At the moment, I'm not really onto George. I think
I'm just not blown away. I don't think he's done anything that's like maybe
last season he was really consistent.
Yeah,
in
which
comparison to Lewis.
is impressive in itself.
Yeah.
I'm not an
and then
idiot.
this season it's kind of gone
impressive.
back the way I expected it to be from the beginning. So.
But he hasn't done like a Piastri.
No.
Where Piastri feels like he's blowing me away.
Yeah.
But I don't know, you know, it's a very fickle sport, isn't it? You know, we only remember the last couple of races, really.
I think George is still good to go at the moment.
Yeah, I wouldn't bin him off.
No.
I don't think it's worth it.
George is better than Carlos Sainz for me.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, yeah, Verstappen has pulled out a 16.5-second lead over Perez. Wow.
It's unreal. It's unreal. This guy is ridiculous, man.
Oh, it wasn't like this between Mark Webber and Seb, was it?
No, bro. No.
About to go 17 seconds. I mean, it is just, he almost could do another stop.
I can't be asked with Checo.
That's what he wanted.
He wanted to just to prove it.
Take a piss.
To prove that he could.
Mate,
That's what he
nobody
wants.
can tell me that Perez is a great
He
driver,
wanted
man.
to take the piss. That's what it was.
No one can tell me that Perez is a great driver after this. The guy was in the best position to win this race, Sergio Perez.
Fastest car.
And he's got nowhere near it.
Dan, why is Runnison still an Arsenal player? Asks Grimbo.
That's a really good point. It was funny because someone was doing keep sell the other day, and then the last one was and Runnison, and they went, "Is he still in?" I think it was Robbie, actually.
You can answer that if you want.
Oh, listen, he's got to go, man. That's one of the worst signings that Arteta's made, if I'm honest.
Where'd you get him from?
We got him from a bloody
Swedish.
Denmark
Normal.
club. Or
It's-
something,
yeah,
I
one of
think.
the Scandinavian
sure it was like a real
countries.
Scandinavian club that was poor. I can't remember who it was now.
How
No,
much
it wasn't.
he-
It was Dijon.
He
It was
probably
Dijon,
didn't,
I think.
he probably didn't
France.
cost much though, did he?
Oh, it was like 2 million.
Yes.
He played one game in the Man City League Cup, and I thought, he is terrible. What is going on? I haven't seen him since. Absolutely dreadful.
2 million.
He'll probably end up going on loan again because no one will want him.
You got 2 million to dash if.
Oh, mate, we've got some terrible players that we've got to get rid of still.
Vote
Made some
for
good incomings, but...
Vote for driver of the day closes in 3 laps. It's currently Max first, Verstappen. Sorry, Max first, Verstappen second,
Well,
and Helmut Marko third.
What's his middle name?
Max first, Leclerc second, and Tsunoda in third, which is fair.
That's a fair shout, Tsunoda, actually. But yeah, it's got to be Max for me. He's absolutely obliterated from 6th place. I don't think there's anyone else, is
There's
there?
no competition for that.
I mean,
for
to
me.
win from 6th by, it's probably
And
going to
then
be 20
it's the time,
seconds.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for me, there's no.
scary.
Win
there's
it
no-
by a pit stop, basically.
There's no competition on who gets
Scary.
driver of the day for me.
Alex Albon, I mean, the advantage of that, he's doing Daniel Ricciardo there, the advantage of that third stop being that he's on the fresher tyre, but ultimately he's not going to be able to get up 6 positions into the point.
Learning curve for Williams again.
Where are we going to be when we look back at Max Verstappen's career? Where are we going to be? Are we going to be saying this is the
One
best
of the
ever?
greatest.
One of the best ever? Or
How old is he? 25? 24?
yeah, it's not even that. I don't think. Yeah.
I think for me, I won't determine if he's the greatest based on how many he's won. I think it will be how many tough fights he's been in as well.
Yeah.
How many will-to-will, kind of like tough title championship battles.
Lewis
that,
for me
that
is
Lewis
the best
one was
ever.
a great one.
Yeah,
But
Lewis
obviously
for
then
me
he
is the
won
best
it
ever.
with an asterisk, which
He's 25.
for him and his own legacy, it would have been better for him if he didn't win it by an asterisk.
100%.
Because if he had won it in a normal fashion, that is like one of the best title
Facts,
wins
bro.
in the history of the
And
sport.
that was the best year in a long, long time.
Oh, it was unbelievable.
Unbelievable year that was.
And because you're going up against Lewis as well, like it's
Yeah.
not a Rosberg, like it's one of the best as well. If he had won that like fair and square, it would have been one of the best title wins ever.
That was
me.
such a shame to end it that way because it was such a good season.
Yeah.
Max is 25. Bearing in mind that Fernando Alonso just had his 43rd birthday, Max
could be
could be
talking
driving
about
for another
15 years.
18
But
years.
the thing is, I think
Scary.
Max will retire a lot earlier than.
You think
Alonso
it?
did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he'll go to 43. I think.
I
Max,
think though, if he win, well,
think he
he's
might
won
go
this year. That's
mid-30s.
3, right? If he's got the possibility to
of
win
winning
8
the most.
championships,
But he keeps saying he doesn't care about that.
yeah, but I think that would. I think he says he doesn't care, and then he's
Maybe he
he's
doesn't
like
care 'cause
mid-race.
he's too far away now.
I really think he could walk away with the most.
He should.
championships ever.
Yeah, but it just depends on the car, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anything
Yeah.
can happen.
Literally.
Red Bull
But
won't
then
be,
it-
Red Bull won't be like this forever. They'll change. They'll change something. Next thing you know, he's gonna have to.
But then would he go? Would he go to somewhere like Ferrari when they come back? Would he ever go to Mercedes once Lewis is gone?
You
know?
can't go to Mercedes. I think right now Mercedes and Red Bull just.
You'd
cannot,
take
they
him in a
can't
heartbeat,
mix.
though.
They can't
100
mix.
you would.
Oh, I would, yeah.
Max
But I'm
and
not.
Lewis.
I don't feel like I feel like more of a Lewis fan than a Mercedes fan. I don't know.
Max, more of a.
Lewis fan than a Mercedes.
Oh,
fan.
really?
Yeah. Like if I think if Verstappen was in a Mercedes, I don't know how I'd feel about that.
Yeah,
I feel like I might go against Mercedes. Then.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
more
I-
of a Ferrari fan than a Sainz fan.
Yeah, that's you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm more a team fan of the team.
Like, yeah.
See, I actually don't mind the driver. I can't stand Christian Horner.
Yeah,
Literally,
I think I could.
Do you love hating him though?
I think I could warm up.
maybe.
Do you know what? I think I could
brilliant.
warm up to Verstappen. I just can't warm up to Red Bull as an entity.
Same.
Red Bull as an entity, I will always hate. But
Same,
in terms of Verstappen, if he was to come out of that, I might be able to like him.
Interesting.
And if he was to just, change a couple of things about his personality.
I don't know. I used to be like Christian Horner, man. I hate this guy. I actually, despite myself, I really like him.
No, you need him in the sport.
I really
I don't like
him,
him, but he's needed. If he wasn't in the sport, it'd be very boring.
I can't stand him.
Yeah, he's annoying as hell, but he's needed.
I think there's something. I think
He's
I
the
like
villain.
the way
He's
that he's
the
a
villain.
wind-up merchant.
Yeah, he's the villain. You need a villain.
Yeah.
It's too nice otherwise.
He's like a comedy pantomime villain.
Yeah.
He really is.
100%. I appreciate the work he does.
Yeah.
I just don't like him, but I appreciate.
And
it.
also, what he's doing with the team is incredible.
Yeah.
Leading it to create the car that they've done is amazing.
No, he's a top team principal.
Esteban Ocon is up to 8th position. Big day for
Alpine need this.
that.
Yeah, I was saying it. Alpine needed double points.
They needed a statement after getting rid of Otmar.
Yeah.
But if
Gasly's
Gasly
not
can
in
jump
there yet.
Tsunoda, it doesn't look like he's going to
not in
quite
there.
be able to grab the second to make it a double pointer for them. But really good day for Ocon. He'll score 4 points if he finishes in 8th.
Yeah.
Norris looks like he's going to get to the end, which is brilliant.
Yeah, and he'll get 6 points finishing 7th.
I didn't think Norris had a chance.
That was do you know what? We've forgotten about how good he's done there, Norris.
He's done a brilliant job, yeah.
Absolutely screwed at one stage, wasn't he?
He was a brilliant job there to come back.
That's a move around the outside.
Cool.
Ricardo on Hulkenberg, was it? Yeah.
Yeah. He's finally got him. He's been behind him for how long? By like nothing as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Max has a
bang.
there
There you are.
Yeah, Max has just pulled a pit stop gap over Perez. That is insane. He said he could, didn't he? He came on the radio and said, "I'll just drive faster and pit stop if you want."
Absolutely.
He's actually being disrespectful now.
But he's so good. Why not?
Way too good, man. Way too good.
Hamilton's come into pit. He's 24 seconds ahead of Alonso, so he's got the time to pit. But it seems strange. Yeah, it's a very comfortable
Fastest
stop.
lap, maybe?
Yeah, there must be. Well, he's on the medium. Maybe coming in to try and nick the fastest lap. Yeah, with the low fuel at this point as well. Max will be angry about that. Max will be very angry about that because he could have come in to stop and got fastest lap.
He doesn't need it, man. He's going to win the championship. Tell him to just chill the fuck out. Like, you're winning every race, man. Just chill.
Do you know,
let someone have a fastest lap. It's
You're
1 point.
It actually will annoy him.
It's actually something wrong with him if he's
Yeah, but he is, mate. That's the thing. But Max is
only 150 points ahead now.
I missed out on a whole point this weekend because I didn't get fastest lap. He won the sprint, right?
Yeah.
Jesus, relax, man.
Really interesting though, because he will have something to say about that to the engineers.
If I was one of the engineers, I'd be like, listen, just shut up, honestly.
We've won everything.
We've given you a great car. You're winning the races
Really
by
interesting.
I'd be like, mate, please just give it a rest, man.
Mate, I've got money. I've got money on Verstappen to get fastest lap and to win the race, so I don't mind if he does. I actually have. I had him on fastest qualifier, win the race and fastest lap.
What odds did you get?
Did you have him on sprint as well?
About 70 quid coming in if it happens.
Did you have him on sprint as well?
No, yeah, I won him on sprint as well.
Jesus.
So yeah.
Landslide.
Yeah.
How much you put on that?
I think it weren't that much. I think it was only like a tenner or something.
Yeah.
10, 20 quid, something like that.
So this will be, if Lewis does it, it'll be now. It'll
Lewis
be on
would
the
be
final
quite
lap.
hard. It'd be quite hard for me to take.
That'll be tough. Yeah.
I'd
Even
be
though
like,
it's
yeah.
Lewis.
Yeah. But I can understand why he's doing it. Of course.
I honestly think Max will be fuming.
No, the key is to win the race. You come in for a pit and that pit stop goes wrong. Next thing you know, Checo's ahead of you, and then what? Now you're really going to be angry.
Yeah.
So, no. Sometimes drivers just need to understand that the team, they know best. They got all the information ahead of them, and in terms of the risk to reward, it's really not worth it. For 1 point, you could potentially miss out on an extra 7. This makes no sense. Max needs to take a chill pill.
He's going in.
Or just get a fastest lap with the older tyres, Just go ahead and do that. If you really want it that badly.
There come the orange flares for Max. As he goes past those guys, loops around the last couple of corners.
Can you imagine if Max came in, it was a 5-second stop and Perez won the race? Can you imagine?
Wow.
He'd probably kill him.
Well, he's going to win it by over 22 seconds.
That's just scary, man.
From 6th position. I mean, that is just
absolutely
insane.
Every single race is the same result.
It's getting silly, isn't it?
Oh my God.
We know what's going to happen.
Jesus Christ.
We know, man.
Well, he's chasing the record now, Max Verstappen, of most consecutive race wins, currently held by Seb Vettel, 9 wins in a row. Max Verstappen crosses the line and wins in Spa by a monstrous 22.5 seconds. We have a yellow flag towards the end of the race here. I wonder if that's going to detriment Hamilton's attempt for fastest lap.
Definitely will.
It's in sector 1, so maybe it wouldn't. Perez crosses the line in 2nd place. Got to wait another 10 seconds for Charles Leclerc to cross the line. I'm looking for that yellow flag, but...
What's the yellow flag about? I'm so confused.
Must have been one of the guys at the
There's
back.
an agenda against Lewis.
Let's go to production here.
Yeah, so just to explain that yellow flag, that actually isn't anything. What they do here at Spa is they slow the cars down when they come past the start-finish line, so they can actually come in the pit exit to the podium.
Brilliant.
Because the lap is so long.
Well done,
that's
Colin.
nothing.
Thanks, mate. Lewis Hamilton comes in. Does he get the fastest lap? He does!
No way!
Oh, Dan, mate!
It's done me, mate. It's done me. Lewis has done me financially. I still had Max to win.
Take that, Max!
So Lewis Hamilton steals an extra point as well. Fernando Alonso comes into 5th. George Russell is going to finish in 6th position. Next up, I think, was Lando Norris. We've just lost the graphic after that. Also, let me go. I think Yuki Tsunoda nicked a point there. I think he kept that 10th position and as would have got a point, which is huge. I imagine Max Verstappen also won Driver of the Day.
Which when he finds out he didn't get fastest lap?
Yeah, he'll kick off, mate.
Fair play to Lewis. He came in, and that was the reason he came in, so he's got it.
Yep.
Gets him an extra point.
Got him the extra point.
And you know, he needs it.
He'll be happy with that.
He damn well does.
Oh, man, that was easy, wasn't it? How easy was that from Max? Come on. What is going on there?
For me, though, I'm
I
happy
don't
with Charles
recognise my
Leclerc getting on the
beautiful
podium. I'm very, very happy with Charles Leclerc on the podium. 100%. Wow, look at all that.
Yeah, I think it's a good podium for Ferrari. Really good. He did well, actually, Charles Leclerc, because he kept everyone at bay, didn't he? So.
And he just kept quiet.
Yeah.
He kept quiet and did the basics right.
Shame his teammate couldn't.
No, awful. I don't know what Sainz was doing at the beginning of that race. It was disgraceful behaviour. Didn't know what he was doing.
Oh dear. We go again.
So running through that grid there, Max Verstappen in 1st, Sergio Perez 2nd, Charles Leclerc 3rd, Lewis Hamilton in 4th and the fastest lap as well with a 3-stop. Fernando Alonso came in at 5th, George Russell, then Lando Norris in 7th, Esteban Ocon in 8th, a good 4 points for them, Lance Stroll in 9th, so a double pointer for Aston Martin, and Yuki Tsunoda nicks that last point. He will be very happy with that. Very, very, very happy.
Yeah, he's done well.
And Max Verstappen wins Driver of the Day with 15% of the vote.
Yeah, had to be, man. Had to be.
Yeah.
Unbelievable race. It's just ridiculous starting 6th to win it, but to win it by that ease.
By that
with
volume.
ease, man. Yeah. I mean, with ease.
So he's going to, or Max is looking at that record of consecutive race wins. That now makes it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in a row. One more after the summer break. He will equal Sebastian Vettel's record, and one more after that. If he can win the next 2 races, he will be the man that has won the most amount of races in a row.
I can see him doing it.
I completely agree.
I can't see anybody else winning it.
Who stops him?
It's crazy.
God.
Yeah. Should be his
in
teammate.
God's hands. It's the only person that can stop him.
It's not.
Yeah, it should be his teammate, but
the only person that can stop him is himself. If he pushes too hard, makes a mistake, but that's about it.
Doesn't need to push though, does he?
Well, someone tell him that because he still wanted fastest lap. He was there degrading his damn tyres for no reason.
Who's your biggest loser of the day? Team or driver?
Science. Yeah.
Science.
Yeah.
Piastri is
I think
an issue with McLaren.
Piastri's unlucky.
Yeah, he's unlucky.
Science is the buffoon in
He's done a
foolishness.
foolishness.
So it's got to be him, ain't it? It's got to be.
Yeah, Science without a doubt.
I mean, you could say, this is a bit of a strange one to shout. You could say Perez because it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's actually embarrassing.
Do you know what? No, do you know what I
Do you know
won't?
what I mean?
Do you know what I won't? Because I'm expecting it now from Carlos.
Yeah.
I can't give donkey of the day to someone that I know is going to do that. You know what I mean? It's got to be Sainz. Because he should have finished the race, but yeah.
22 seconds in the same car is
This is
madness.
what we expect. That's what I honestly, everybody predicted it. Did you see the comments? They were like 15 seconds, 16 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Everybody knew. Everybody knew. In fact, fair play to Checo that he didn't get lapped yet. That's what I meant to say.
Didn't get lapped. Can you imagine getting lapped at Spa by your own teammate? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Can you imagine if that happened? Fire him then on the day.
He wouldn't come back to
on the day. He doesn't go back into he doesn't even go. That's it. It's over.
IBK Main says it's an L race for McLaren today. Yeah, I think I kind of agree. Tough for Piastri. Ultimately, I don't think it was his fault.
No.
Norris did okay to get back up, but they would have wanted more than to have one car finishing 7th today.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Lando will be happy considering what it looked like his race was going to be panning out like. But Piastri, extremely unlucky. But yeah, bad weekend for McLaren actually. Really bad weekend for McLaren.
Well, the nice thing is that Piastri did get second in the sprint, not an official podium, gets a little medal.
Yeah.
But actually, I'm kind of glad they don't have podiums for the sprints because I want Oscar Piastri to have a proper podium. When it's a podium, I want him to have a proper podium.
Properly.
If they had podiums for the sprint.
He would have scored points today.
Where's my
Piastri,
beautiful
100%.
sport
Matisse will be changing sports.
Podiums for the sprints. Oh dear. That's the day that I say, oh,
I'm off to tennis, honestly. I'm off to tennis. We've got another Spanish tennis player coming up through the ranks. Unbelievable Wimbledon final. I'll be off.
Oh man, he's
enough for science. I'll be off to Alcaraz.
He's unreal, mate.
Unbelievable player.
Well, look, let's leave it there. Dan Matisse, thank you so much for your insight today. Very unbiased, being Mercedes fans.
Yeah, I didn't have him on the podium. gave it to Leclerc today. Gave it to Leclerc.
A good race, but ultimately Max Verstappen is just a class above everybody else at the moment. So thank you very much for joining us. We are On Track GP. We will be back for lives after the summer break, but we'll be keeping you coming lots and lots and lots of Formula One content to keep you entertained for the next 3 weeks of no racing. So we will see you very soon. Thanks very much. Peace out for now. I tried to do a U and do the salute. Thanks, guys.